Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of WIP Wednesday Live. My name is Matt. Thank you guys for being here. This is the final episode of WIP Wednesday Live for the foreseeable future. I am moving, and I am going to be out of sorts. I don't really have a place to set up and customize or do any of that fun shit. So final episode 57. Obviously, this is if you've been here before, you know what this is. This is a weekly live stream where I kind of chat with friends. I do some live customizing, talk whatever's relevant to the toy community at the time, and get to chat with everybody in the chat. There's a few people here who are not usually here. Starting a little bit earlier tonight is making it a little easier to make that happen. I see both my guests are here now. Thank you guys for coming by. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel. It does nothing, costs you nothing, but helps tremendously. So please help a brother out. Just quickly, a little bit of housekeeping before we get into this week's guests. So last week, I had my buddy Justin, aka Resilient Customs, come on, and we chatted about STCC hype. We talked about Iron Man. We talked about dioramas. It was a lot of fun. So if you haven't watched that one, please check that out on the replay. It was good shit. He's a good dude, so it was a fun time. And then Saturday night, as per usual, me and my buddy Ryan over at Moose Milk Media had our weekly podcast where we talked about the season finale of Always Sunny in Philadelphia and the penultimate episode of Secret Invasion. And this Saturday at 10 p.m. Pacific time on his YouTube channel, let me actually do this really quick. We will have another episode. Oh, what did I do? Let's see. I should do this because there you go. Join us Saturday night, 10 p.m. I am going to continue doing the Moose Milk Pod every Saturday. I'm going to be taking a couple weeks off after this weekend just until I move. But yeah, I will continue to do the Moose Milk Pod with Ryan weekly, and then some sort of live stream will come back at some point towards the end of the year, hopefully. So. And then also worth noting, tonight we're really going to be spending a lot of time talking about the legendary Summer Swap reveals and trying to promote signups for Secret Santa, which signups are open until July 31st. So yeah, if you're a customizer and you're watching and you want to join us for the fun, please just hit us up at Legendary Secret Swap. On Instagram, hit us with a DM. Signups are live until July 31st. I'm sure this will come up again multiple times tonight. But yeah, don't be afraid. Come and hang out with us and join us. We've got a good little group going already. So, okay. So speaking of which, my guests tonight, they are my partners in crime on the Legendary Secret Swap. And tonight we're going to be reviewing all of the reveals except one, which is currently stuck in customs. From this year's Summer Swap. So please welcome my friends, Wes, Ethan Suplee Customs, and Josh Draven from Draven Arts. Hey, guys.
What up, dude?
How we doing?
I just woke up from a nap.
Wonderful. It's hot as balls here, so it's another one of those. Thank you guys for taking the time to do this. Kind of getting a chance to kind of go over this. We did this last year, kind of midway through the event, or maybe a little bit more. And so everything kind of wasn't revealed at that point, but we've actually made really good time this year, and everything has been mostly timely, except that one last one that always seems to get stuck at Mexican border. But yeah, I'm excited to dive into this stuff with you guys. Maybe before we just get started, I'll just have you guys quickly introduce yourselves and say who you are, what you do, and we'll kind of go from there. Ethan, you want to start first, or Wes? I guess everyone knows you as Ethan, but when I say Wes, they're confused.
Yeah, sure. So Ethan Suplee Customs. My real name is Wes, and I ran the Foosh Secret Santa for like 10 years until Matt and I linked up, and we decided between the two of us and then Draven, who was running Summer Swap, we all kind of collectively decided to move the event over to Instagram. So up until like the last 2 years, I guess, right? Is that about right, Matt?
Yeah, this will be the third year, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah. So up until then, I was running it solo for Secret Santa, anyways. Now and then Matt stepped in, started helping me make things a lot easier, and yeah, so that's me. Oh, and I also make custom action figures too.
Wonderful.
And I'm not actually the actor Ethan Suplee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no. Not me.
I thought I knew a celebrity for a second.
Not me, but I'm stuck with his name.
I was convinced that I actually was Ethan, for like the first 2 years they did this. And somebody finally like clued me in. I was just like, okay. Yeah.
Well, it kind of blew my mind when I found out his name wasn't Ethan, because it's just everyone refers to him as Ethan, right?
Everybody
it's like Ethan, and I did too, right? And then all of a sudden he's like, "Yeah, my name's like Wes."
My name's Wes. Yeah, it's just in my youth, I made a weird decision to use a celebrity's name for my handle. It was a lesser known celebrity who became more well known, and then I don't know. Right now, he's pretty famous for going from a very large man to a very large
muscular.
Yeah. He's still acting, but just in a different capacity.
Totally. How long have you been customizing for?
Me?
Long time. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Probably like I'd say really customizing like 18 years. Which sounds crazy to say that out loud. But I don't know. I started dabbling back when Toy Fair was a thing, the magazine, and they used to do customs with the old like Toy Biz, Marvel, just Marvel toys, I guess. So actually, the first custom I made when I'm 42 now, the first custom I made was probably when I was like 11 or 12, and I made a bloodshot using some cops C.O.P.
Yes, yeah.
Hasbro Cops figures.
That was great.
So yeah, I tore up a couple of them and made a bloodshot. But it's super easy to do because they're basically giant GI Joes. So you just had to unscrew the back. So
Oh right, and they just came apart.
Yeah, but those were my first That was one of my first customs, and then I also like from scratch sculpted a John the Homicidal Maniac. If anybody's familiar with that comic, I loved that in high school. So
nice.
So yeah,
that's rad. Draven, Neil says you got to flip Draven's cam so that way it can fit all the beard. That'll leave a kink in the neck. Draven, why don't you tell everybody who you are, what you do, and yeah, we'll fucking get into this shit.
Yeah, Josh Draven. I've been customizing since my first daughter was born. I stumbled upon customizing when I was actually looking to make her custom dolls. And I think I've said the joke before, I have yet to make her a doll. But it's such a rabbit hole, right? So
selfish. No, I'm just kidding.
I have made her some custom figures for what it's worth. Just no
okay,
dolls.
Well that's fair.
I'll leave that to my wife. She's got skills with the threads, but
yeah, your wife's great with that stuff. So
yeah, I appreciate it. She's making that Powerpuff Girls right now for each kiddo, and so
I love that.
Let the fighting ensue, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, I started my very first event was a summer swap.
And how long have you been doing summer swap for? How long have you been running it for?
Running it. This was the 4th year, I believe.
4th year.
Which is crazy to hear myself say. 2 on the Bush and then 2 here.
Nice.
So, yeah, as it's getting more popular, I definitely have much more respect for Wes doing it solo all those years, because as it's amped up, without you helping me with the social media stuff this year, Matt, I probably would have been dead in the water. So
hey, man, I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, that's probably my weakness is like the social media. So like having you there to help out, that was amazing. I really appreciate it because
yeah, man.
Behind the scenes stuff, I'm used to that. I've done management work a good chunk of my life, so I'm used to all that behind the scenes stuff, but the social aspect of things, yeah, it was a huge help. So I appreciate that.
Of course, of course. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's something I was going to mention tonight was like, Summer Swap has really grown into something significantly bigger than it ever was on the Foosh, right? Foosh, we were usually getting, 10 to 20 participants, maybe a little bit more. Like this year we have 40 people?
Yeah, damn near it was 38, I think.
Damn.
So we had two people. We lost 2 along the way, but
yeah.
Obviously, we'll go over that. But yeah, the first 2 years I ran it was 12 people, and including one of them was myself. And then last year, I think we ended up close to 30, and then this year was almost 40. So
crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's awesome. No, it's awesome to see how much it's grown, and like, I think Wes had mentioned, I was really stoked last year on Secret Santa because we got up to almost 60. I think we were at like 56 or something like that. I don't remember it being bigger than that, but I know that I also haven't been participating as long as Wes has been running it. So, but yeah, I think the move over to Instagram has definitely been easier to navigate, I think. Even though we don't necessarily have, I guess we have the page as like one central place to look at everything, but it's not really the same as the threads, as the forums. But I think the thing with the forums
pros and
is like,
cons.
yeah, the forums have really died off. Even did you guys see this weekend the Foosh forums completely like shit the bed and like died out on SDCC? You couldn't post. You can't post anything. You can't do anything.
Well, the last time that we did Secret Santa there was they actually lost all of
five years worth of stuff, right?
Multiple years worth of stuff. Yeah. And so like I couldn't even get to old Secret Santa threads and had to go off of like the handwritten stuff I had.
Right.
But yeah, and with the forums coming back at that time was solely due to me and us pushing for them to come back. It seemed like anyways. I don't want to speak out of turn. They probably will eventually.
Yeah.
But they fixed them because we were pushing them to fix them because we were trying to run Secret Santa. So this is definitely definitely easier in a lot of ways on Instagram. Yeah. Because we're in control of everything.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm happy we made that move. What was one of the first things I said to you when I started helping was we didn't want to like overstep, right? But it's like, it'd be nice to have an easier avenue to be able to do this on,
I love the Foosh. I loved like the community back when I started participating there and what I customized for real. And so when I first took over Secret Santa and did it on my own for all those years, it was like about trying to do something to kind of give back to the community. But there's a point where it's like it's just too difficult when we're trying to get new members to the Foosh. We can't even get them approved to be able to post stuff.
Well, that was the thing, right? That first year that I helped you, I think there's like 10 people that couldn't post on their own deals.
Yeah, and that was originally part of my efforts was like, let's bring more people to the Foosh. Let's bring in people from the toy industry to participate, and like let's just bring more traffic to the Foosh. So my priorities with the event have kind of changed. It's, used to be I would say customizers. Now it's just really about the customizers. So
yeah, I agree. That's kind of a nice shift. It's nice that we have that, right? So
yeah, look out for the people who are participating.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, well, this year will be a little different with Secret Santa because we've lost some of our regulars. Like some of the kind of staple people who have been part of it for a long time. Right off the top of my head, thinking like New Collector and Opticon Customs, 2 of my buddies, but they've always participated, and this is the first year they kind of stepped away. I was surprised by Seth, by New Collector, but I knew Opticon wasn't going to participate last year, and then he was like, sure, I'll do it one more time, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I can't be too mad. Like they participated so many times.
Yeah.
So like it's always disappointing when people that have been a part of the event for so long step back. But I also feel like it's happened so many times now.
Yeah.
That, I expect it, but But I love everybody that participates, and if any of those guys want to change their mind, I mean, they got a few days to do it.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Well, the nice thing too is, which we'll get into as we get into the Summer Swap reveals, is Summer Swap, we saw a lot of new faces this year, right? And it's like really cool to see new names kind of enter into the ring and see some stuff from some people that we're not familiar with, right? So, and it's cool to see that a lot of those faces are showing up again in Secret Santa this year. So what's our current count for Secret Santa signups right now, Wes? Where are we at?
So what did I tell you earlier today? 49?
49?
I think we're probably at 51 now, because I think I brought in 2 more
nice
after that.
Nice.
But 51 sounds about right.
Cool. That's a great number.
So
and we still got a little bit.
50. Yeah, we're over 50. And I sent a few messages out today. I haven't heard back from a few people yet. So
nice.
I'm thinking we got a few more days. We're probably going to end right around 55 participants.
Nice.
What I think.
There's awesome. Always those people that think they're not going to, and then like that last few seconds tick down, and it's like, fuck, I got to do this.
Yeah. Somebody, actually, I don't remember who it was, but somebody said they weren't going to participate until we did that countdown.
Oh, really?
But yeah, awesome. This is the first time I've done a countdown for Secret Santa, and I did that countdown, and one of the people, I don't remember who it was, but somebody in the messages to the chat, they're like, I wasn't going to participate, but that countdown got me hyped.
Note to self.
Okay. Yeah.
Make the countdown a regular thing. Okay, before we get into this, I'm just going to say hello to everyone in the chat. We got Star Marvel. What's up, man? How are you? Is this right now? Pretzel Grass. How's it going, man? Have you retired? If so, can you look at my background, Pretzel Grass? Look at it's all gone. All gone. It's all in these fucking totes over here. It's crazy. Last custom on the left is here. What's up? Neil says, who's this guy in the hat? What's up, Neil? How are you, man? I always get your name wrong. N2, I'm not even going to try it. You're moving again. I thought you just moved. I did move. I moved 3 years ago. So, yeah. But we bought a house, and shit's crazy. Never saw that happening, so. Inglorious Draven is here. What's going on, man? How are you? Justin, Resilient from last week. Hey, man, what's good? How are you? And Nick. Hey, Nick, how are you, dude? How's it going? I think there's more people here, but they haven't said anything. If you are here, say something in the chat. Say hello so we can say hi. Before we get into this, Draven, I was wondering if you maybe wanted to, I know when we did this last time, I kind of took the lead, but this is your event, and I thought, I can kind of navigate the page. I was just going to start from the first reveal and work our way back, but because you kind of know better, who made for who, it might be easier if you kind of like take the lead on this here. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll do my best, man. I can't remember what happened 10 minutes ago, but I'll do my best.
All right. Well, I mean, it is all on the screen, so we're gonna pull up the screen here.
I have a cheat sheet. I'm good. Yeah.
There you go.
And I'll probably trigger the memory once we see here. So.
Hells yeah. All right, I'm gonna put you kind of up here on the top here. Let me just see. Oh, do I just do this? Yes, I do. There we go. Bam. Up on top. All right. So getting into it. So for anybody who doesn't know what this is, basically this is an event where you submit a list of figures that you would like made for yourself, and in return you get a list of somebody else's figures. They are not direct swaps, so the list you get doesn't necessarily mean that that's who is making for you. It's all randomly selected. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. You get 3 months or so to kind of make it a reality. And this was our first reveal for the 2023 summer swap.
Yeah, I guess the first thing I'd like to just start out by saying is it seemed like this year seemed kind of, I don't know, organic in a way. A lot of people really kind of got something they've been wanting for years. And just like you mentioned, we had a lot of new faces, and they had a lot of respect for the event, like they've been doing it for many years. So most of our rookies were actually some of the first ones to finish. Not necessarily rookie customizers, but obviously, new to the event. and I got a lot of comments, people saying things like, "I can't believe somebody made this. I've wanted this for years." And it seemed like this event was kind of the event for that. A lot of people really stepped up their skills, and I was blown away by just damn near everything I saw. So I just thought I'd like kind of start off with saying that it just seemed really good this year. I mean, you guys kind of get that feel as well.
Absolutely, yeah. It seemed like you said, everything went really smoothly. We weren't waiting months and months for people to finish stuff. And another thing I kind of noticed this year was there was a lot of cool presentations. It seemed like there was a lot of love given to how things were packaged and sent away to be opened up, right? There was some custom packaging. There was just some cool ways of packing up the figures, which I thought was really fun. Anything that that was revealed that was at least in picture form, I did end up putting into these posts, so we will probably see some of those things. But yeah, I mean, just that's the kind of stuff I love to see about these things, right? It's people going the extra mile to make something that is going to be really special and unique for the person they're getting, that they're sending it to. So
yeah, absolutely. I think that extra little touch just makes it it's more of a gift than it's something that I just do twice a year,
totally.
It brings the gift aspect, and you took that extra step to just show, hey, I appreciate the art of it, and obviously the camaraderie as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool to see. So
yeah,
all right. So this Lifeline, and I'm terrible with the names of the figures and stuff too. So I recognize it out of a million pictures, but made by Mike D Creates. What's that?
This is from G.I. Joe, man. Come on.
Don't worry, I don't know G.I. Joe either, Draven. That's good.
I do.
Wes has got us
any help whatsoever. But the first thing, obviously, I noticed about the figure was look at the extra packaging and everything. Obviously, look at the figure. The figure's amazing, but they took the old school Joe packaging and basically made it. I remember the packaging from when I was a kid. Obviously, I'm not nearly as big of a fan as Wes, but just to start off the event with this, and being that was the first reveal, was just, I think I kind of set the tone. I set the pace for the event this year. I remembered when I asked for the final picks of the custom, and I'm getting to see it kind of along the way as it was made. And not knowing that it was going to end up in a package like this was almost just as good as receiving a figure myself. So, kudos there.
Yeah, very cool. So this one oh, sorry, Wes, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, this guy, this customizer was in my elf group, and he was on top of this right away.
That's awesome.
I thought I was going to be ahead of the game this year, and I wasn't because of life stuff, but I had plans right from the rip. But this fella, he had this thing, I swear, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think he had this thing done in a month. He was awesome. Done quick. And I mean, those, just speaking from experience and from my love of G.I. Joe, this is a very spot-on representation of this character. And not only is it impressive that he's printed out, I think he 3D printed these accessories, which are perfect. But what I am baffled by, and I never got a chance to ask him, but the rescue
on the leg?
On the leg, yeah. That's it. I mean, that's directly from the original toy. Those pieces, I don't even know how he did that. It's just so clean, so absolutely clean.
I wonder if it was a water slide.
I don't know.
It'd be hard to get a water slide to look that good on crinkly pants.
It looked painted to me. It looked painted to me. So I don't know what he did, and I never asked him, and I should have, but it came together well, and it's like a perfect representation, and also white.
Yeah, white
is always a struggle. But also, I just got to point out, this is my G.I. Joe hat, representing Cold Slither. Cold Slither, the band from G.I. Joe.
The band?
Yeah, that Zartan and the Dreadnoks created.
Oh my God.
They had a.
I didn't know they had a band.
Yeah,
aren't they army people? Isn't that?
Man, come on. in the cartoon, Zartan and the Dreadnoks, they have a band called Cold Slither, and they rise to stardom, and they're basically like brainwashing people through their music.
Oh my god, I love that.
I believe that is the episode in which Snake Eyes is dressed like Boy George, and is wearing a wig and a dress or something over top of his full coverage Snake Eyes.
That's funny.
Anyway,
I'm gonna have to look that shit up. That's good stuff.
Yeah, look it up. Yeah, the
thing I love about like hats and stuff like that, though, is that most people are probably gonna look at that and not know, but the ones that know and like recognize it and point it out in public and stuff, it's like, those are my people. These are my people.
Yeah, I will say, okay, it says Cold Slither, and I wore this hat at Disney, and it wasn't until I looked at pictures of myself from Disney that I realized that from a distance it looks like it says cocksucker, but it says Cold Slither.
I mean, you're welcome anyways. It's all
I mean, it's a patch that I put on myself that some guy on Facebook was making. I mean, it looks good.
That's funny. So this one went to Sharlock Prime, and it was made by Mike D Creates. So, and just for anybody who's has no fucking idea what we're talking about here, if you go to the Legendary Secret Swap page, the Instagram page, you can see all of this there. So everything's there, and there's also a highlight reel at the top that goes through all the different stories of both the reveal that was actually happening and then the official pictures that the artist who made it posted as well. So if anybody wants to see kind of everything kind of at a glance, that's how you check that out. So okay, we'll move on to the next one. So the next one was a couple. Oh, there you go. So the second one for the event was this walrus, the walrus.
Yes.
That C-Rob the creator received.
Right. So yeah, once again, Evan made this one and busted it out too. I remember when he sent me like his pictures. I'm wanting to say it was done like a month earlier or something, and I remember I just took one look at it. It was like, I know nothing about this character, but I absolutely know you killed it. I mean, you look at the, all of the extra little stuff like this, for instance, and then the as we was waiting to finish up, he's like, oh, I have to add this one last gift, the DVD and the thing with Deadpool, the note with Deadpool and everything. And once again, just one extra little thing to kind of make it a little bit more special. But just from pictures I'd seen of the character and everything, and just the overall execution of this, I just remember just laughing out loud, like, oh my god, this thing is amazing. Yeah, so definitely props to Evan for that one.
Hells yeah. Yeah, that's great. That's good stuff.
I know you got a little more background on this character. What do we know about him?
Do you, Wes? I don't. I know who he is. I know I've seen pictures of him before, but I don't know his story really. So,
well, I don't know that I know his story, but he is a goofball, one of the many goofball Marvel characters that exist. And funny enough, I actually own a custom of him from a time where I stepped in as a backup elf in a Secret Santa event. So
nice.
he's on one of my shelves in the background, but I really don't have any love for the character or know him. But yeah, I believe I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he's probably a Spider-Man villain, given the animal theme.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That's my best guess. I doubt he was going toe to toe with the Avengers. So.
You don't think so? I don't know.
Surely not a Captain America villain. I mean, I'm just saying.
Let's just laugh and move on, team. Hey, I'm a legit bad guy.
You can't take me serious? What is it? Is it the giant walrus costume? The rainbow W on my chest? What is it?
He's like, honey, put the kids to bed. I'm going out. Full on, Dad. These accessories are awesome.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah. See, again, it's just little bits of extra. Right now, that's two in
a
a row.
I love that Frogman.
These extra little bits. Yeah, the Frogman head's great. Really funny. Yeah, that's awesome. So this was made by Evan Flow Customs and received by C-Rob the creator, or Crob the creator. I don't know how he says that. But.
I always say it's C-Rob. We're gonna go with
that. Yeah, I do too.
Unless he shows up to defend himself, I think it's C-Rob.
Sorry, C-Rob.
C-Rob. Chris Robinson, not of
Chris
the Black
Robinson.
Crows.
He's a good dude. Me and him have been chatting for a long time. When he signed up last year, I was happy that he finally decided to join us. So
Yeah,
Oh,
seems
yeah.
like he's
Yeah,
having fun too. So now it's 3 in a row, right?
he's loving it, man, and he's promoting it. He's putting it in his stories. Don't if you want to do something fun, sign up for this, whatever. Right? It's cool. I'm gonna just skip through these teasers because I want to stay on track with the reveals.
I do have to ask, did I make some of the teasers a little bit too hard?
No.
I think that's the point.
not possible.
The thing that's nice about teasers is that like it's nice when there's some that you can almost tell what they are, because even though you might be able to tell, there's no real way to for sure be like that's what this is, right?
That's fair.
You
I
know?
think
So it's
like every year somebody's guessed mine, so like as I'm making them each year, I try to make them a little bit harder.
I kind of mix and match.
People used to get pissed at me for the ones that I made. So I mean, honestly, I try to when I make them now, I try to make them a little easier. But the thing with those is that if you, well, I don't want to give away any secrets, but if you get far enough away from most of them, you can actually still tell. Though it looks really difficult to figure out when it's up close, when you get far enough away, a lot of them are very easy.
Yeah, my wife usually sees me looking at the computer like this.
It's like a magic guy.
I'm blurring my vision.
Are you both? Do you guys both use the same app that I use for that, the Glitch Lab thing?
I used it because that's what you told me you use, so I was like, that
yeah. I like it because it plays music while you're doing.
Yeah, it's got good music and it's got good sound effects too.
That was the first review I saw on it when you had mentioned it was about the music. I'm like, okay, well, how does the actual functionality of it work?
It
doesn't matter.
Make them, but
I was using Photoshop the last few years, but that is so much more convenient. It's nice.
Yeah, most of Photoshop, it's a lot more work too, right?
Yeah.
At least this way you can do it right on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just do the filter like 5 times before I'm done.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, I mix and matched most of them, and then when I finally got a look I liked, went with it. But yeah, it's super easy. So thank you for doing that. I'm gonna use that from now on. So cool. So moving on to this one, Brett received this one, and I also remember his message too. His very first message was, "Holy crap! I can't believe somebody actually made this." Right? I knew who this one was. Actually grew up watching. So this was made by Chandler Pickett, and just once again, all the extra accessories and everything that went into this is like look at that. It's got the cop.
Great.
Yeah. Go.
The copter helmet, the copter thing is awesome. I love the copter thing.
Oh yeah, that was always my favorite of his too. It just came right out of the hat. So
yep.
But yeah, I started to get to just notice a trend on people stepping it up with their work and everything, and people saying, "Hey, I can't believe somebody made this." That's once again set the tone for this, and you just kind of look at we got some soft goods, we've got use of all that. I don't know. One thing I never asked is if it was like you see the pieces that attach to stuff. I don't know if they're magnetic or anything. Do you guys ever catch wind on that?
I'm not sure. They weren't. Neither of them were in any of my groups, so I'm not sure.
Gotcha. I'm sure they probably mention in their posts, but I don't read anything ever. So I'm just visual. I just like looking at things. So, but yeah, definitely cool. The thing is, I've seen Inspector Gadget on a lot of lists in the past. Yeah, I've had them. Sure. I've seen them obviously running the event. So it seems like it's in demand, and it's nice to actually see somebody finally, pull it off. It's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, hell yeah, I agree. Yeah, I love the idea. I love kind of like a real world take on Inspector Gadget. I think that's a lot of fun. Soft goods is nice, and you get all these extra little bonus pieces and
cool approach.
Yeah, what's that, sorry?
I said cool approach.
Yeah, definitely agree. Very, very cool. Nice. Job well done, Pickett. Job well done. Next one. Here we go.
All right. So Mr. Dave Wheeler put this guy together. I kind of got to see him come together as well. So obviously look at kind of, like we mentioned before, we've got some soft goods going on here. Just clean figure. Getting to watch, some of the progress of it and everything. It was just like, this thing looked good. Looked outstanding halfway done. It was like, wow, it already looks great, So obviously Dave's a busy dude, so I didn't get to check into the final check-in, but I got to see, all the final pieces and whatnot. Was able to get this thing out to Hans pretty quick. One Oak.
Yeah.
So,
does anybody know who this character is? Who is this? Purin?
I don't know.
Yeah.
From what I remember, I believe he's of Thor origin somewhere along the
Okay.
lines of some kind of Norse, god type thing. From what I remembered, because I remember seeing the picture on the wish list. I'm
Yep.
wanting to say I saw Odin or somebody with him at that point. So, but I don't know if this is probably, I think this is the only picture we had.
Oh, there you go. Neil says member of the Winter Guard.
Okay, there
Neil,
you
you're
go.
just a well of knowledge, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to Google him. I'm like, I don't know that guy either.
Right. So when
Like
the video game stuff
Russian
comes
Avengers.
up, like Russian Avengers. You don't have we keep warm in the Russian Avengers. We don't keep warm.
I mean, the beard checks out, so yeah.
Oh, his name is okay. I see. His name is wrong on that screen.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Perun. That's why I couldn't find him.
Okay.
Pulling up Pure Evil Marvel. I was like, okay.
Okay. P-E-R. Okay.
Perun. Whatever.
Okay. I googled Purin and I came up with a hand sanitizer.
Yeah. It's a good brand.
Yeah.
Very cool though. Cool to see some soft goods as well. Wired soft goods cape. But
Yeah,
I don't really know who this is, so but it looks cool.
I can't remember. I don't remember if Dave printed the head or not on it. I think when I saw the progress, it was just the body, and then I got to see. Then obviously all the chaos happens. Like this event, you guys, it's a hurry up and wait type event. You do everything and then you wait, and then you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait. But then so this obviously started coming in around all the time. Everything else was, but I chat with Dave every now and then. But yeah, I'm wanting to say, I don't know. I don't want to discredit his skills if it wasn't if he hand sculpted that. I'll have to look back and see. But just definitely solid figure.
Yeah, nice. I love that. All right, moving on.
All right. Yes, and once again, as we mentioned, I remember the one thing I remember about this list is that everything was specific except this character. Basically, the instructions that the recipient had added was just basically like, "Hey, Rachel Summers, your own design." And so the X-Men Legends just took it and ran with it. Like, not only did we get one figure, we got a double figure. We got boxes. Like, look at this. Look how cool that is.
It's so sick. Honestly, like, I look forward to X-Men Legends stuff every year now. Like it's only the second year he's participated, but like he always pulls out all the punches, man. He never holds back, and it's like this is a great example. It's like, so this time not only does he go above and beyond with packaging, but he does 2 figures instead of 1, and he not only does the packaging, but he does custom artwork for it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man? It's so cool. It's so cool.
Not to mention, was done on time and shipped from the UK to the US. And
to be like one of the earliest reveals. Yeah. Totally.
So just mad props to everything that went into this, and just getting that much work done in that amount of time and to be this stellar. It's just like, holy crap, I'm surprised I get my shorts on right in the morning. Definitely great to have him in the events, and like you said, I even just look forward to just his general posts.
I also love the way he does
because it's always just everything that's ever posted by him is just absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, he does a great job. I was saying
he's always
the way he sends his lists to us, like for the event, is awesome. He does a picture collage with all the names and stuff, and it's just so well done, right? Like it's really good.
Graphic design extraordinaire, customizer extraordinaire. Yeah, and I think I mentioned that to him as well. I was like, I think I just responded and said, this is effing amazing. Everything you need is right here. You don't even have to like research anything. It's like, boom, names, pictures.
Yeah, it's amazing.
All in one shot.
And then you've got your Venomized version.
Yep.
Got the cool like symbiote wings, and she's got like symbiotic goo coming out of her, like flame effects on the bottom there. And then you get the non-symbiote version, and it's really, really cool. Yeah, I love it.
I was just absolutely floored when I saw this one.
Yeah, it's really, really well done. Really well done. X-Men Venomized, so fucking cool. I also want to give a shout out to Geek Out Now. He has been participating. If you guys go and check out his page, he doesn't post a lot, but probably only like less than 10 posts down. Last year, after he got his Secret Santa, or maybe it was right. Yeah, I think it was right after. He posted a picture of every custom he's ever gotten from one of these events, because he has been in these for fucking ever. Like, it's Drake. If you're Wes looks confused, but it's Drake.
No, I'm sorry. I was looking out my window because it looked like there was an alien spaceship. So
I mean, that would be cool too.
Like,
that would have been great content.
It's like the second time I've seen it. Like, the neighbors behind me, I think, have some bright ass light, and I can't figure it out because it's up super high. It doesn't make any. So I was distracted. I apologize, but I was just
that's okay.
It was not actually an alien out there.
That's less exciting, but
yeah.
Alien would have been some great content.
The light went off, so I'm just going to trust that the darkness is safe. I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, this is amazing. I love this, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he puts together for the next event. Pretty fucking great. Draven just stepped away for a minute.
Over and above. Yeah, that was awesome.
So this one is another really cool one, and the person who made it is in the chat. This was a Wonder Woman that Star Marvel, who's in the chat, made for Token Customs. Token got this. And again, another person who I really look forward to seeing their work every year is just always pulling out all the stops.
Yeah.
Going fucking right in. You got the wired loincloth, you got multiple head sculpts, and his work really reminds me, particularly this figure reminds me a lot of that Black Knight that Draven did a few years back that I'm still obsessed with.
I still take that as a compliment because I know you don't like Black Knight. So
I don't like Black Knight, but I love that figure. It's one of my favorites that you've done.
Yeah, the Black Knight was amazing. This is a really nice piece. Very well done, top to bottom.
Yeah.
Really, the thing is that so Troop kept me in the loop. I didn't mean to rhyme that, but it did. Just throughout the whole process, right? I will admit I've been so damn busy. Like the summer has been crazy busy with all three girls home. I have not had a chance to watch your videos yet, Troop. I'm sorry. I will. I promise I will sit down and find time. But getting to see, just the updates in the, I don't know if you guys look back at the chat, you can see all the updates that I got along the way. And I just kept getting more and more pumped for this figure. I think I told Troop at one point, I was like, I'm just going to send you my address. So just never mind on the name, that's
you
not
just go ahead and send that over.
I'm not Josh Draven, okay? Just so you know. But yeah, just overall, and I believe, unless I'm mistaken, this was another request by the recipient. Ow, my fat shit cat just jumped on me. Say hello, Marshmallow.
Oh, Marshmallow.
This cat seriously is weighing more and more. Anyway, and if I'm mistaken, I apologize, but I believe this was another recipient request for a Norse-style Wonder Woman. So I believe this was completely an original concept. I think Troop's on here now. He can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep, he just said that. Norse Wonder Woman is what I had to go off.
Okay, gotcha. Excellent. So it's just that I think that's one thing that's really hard for me. I know a lot of artists like to kind of have something that's hey, here, take this idea and run with it. I actually really struggle with that. I traditionally always been, I don't know, call me boring or whatnot, but I like making things that look like I've got a picture of it. I know how it's supposed to look. I know how it's supposed to go. I want to try to get that as much as possible. So I have so much respect when somebody can just basically take an idea and this happens. Totally. It's just absolutely outstanding.
Nice design. Very nice design.
Yeah. I definitely am with you on that, Draven. I'm last year for Summer Swap, I did a concept figure. I did that medieval Hawkeye. And I mean, it's fun. I mean, I do enjoy the creativity of getting to put something together, but it's just of all people to make a costume, it shouldn't be me. I literally am the most unstylish person in the fucking world. So you know, like leaving a costume in my hands. It's like, you know, that's pretty risky. So I don't do it very often, but
I did one original design also for a swap, and it was for, I think it was for Pim Particles.
Oh, like, you did that bounty hunter with that cool fucking helmet with the face in it.
Yeah, yeah, the helmet with the face in it. Yeah, it was a Star Wars bounty hunter original design. Yeah, I also don't like doing that. I agree.
What we're trying to say, Troop, is you knocked it out of the park, man.
Well, yeah, man, you did a great job. He said my idea of the blonde head was probably a little too left field, so I threw in a classic head too. I definitely prefer the classic head because I think that's what identifies her as Wonder Woman to me. But to me, the cool thing about it is not necessarily the heads. It's like the armor, the skin tone looks really good. But like, you know, like these
freaking tattoos.
Yeah, the tattoos are sick. Like even the chainmail bikini top and like these shoulder pads, like man, they look clean. Like they're real clean.
A very clean custom.
Yeah, it looks like actual dented armor, like metallic armor.
Yeah.
Like you could cut yourself on it. Like if you leave it out in the rain, it's going to rust.
Yeah.
And it's just absolutely outstanding. Like I said, I really want to check out the making of and everything. I just, I seriously have not done anything but herd children this summer.
You have been busy.
And DoorDash and sleep. So. Apparently sleep is good for your mental health, so I've not been, getting up.
That's what they say. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah.
He said
another really cool
horn on the hip is magnetic, is what he just said in the chat.
Oh, cool! The horn on the hip's magnetic. That's dope.
I love stuff like that too. I love when
Me too.
There's extra little pieces that go into accessories and stuff like that. Like making accessories to begin with is really cool when people do that. But like magnets and LEDs and stuff like that just kind of sends it out.
Elevate it.
Yeah.
Those magnet LEDs. You turned me on to, Wes. Those things are the shit.
They are pretty cool. I used one this year, but they you just gotta find the right thing for them to fit. Like they're just a little too big for heads.
Yeah,
unless you really finagle it and make it work.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this guy. So this is Rex Load. Yeah. Dope.
Invincible.
Very cool.
So Mr. Bailey made this, and I just like. Have you guys noticed when you just look at Will's paint jobs? It's just a step above. I mean, look at this thing. It's so damn clean.
Yeah.
I like the weathering on the boots. I like how it looks like leather. Looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, what I've noticed about, Will's customs, like, it seems like you get something totally different the next time. It's not like, okay, I prefer making, this style of figure, whatever. And knowing from his list, like, obviously he's into a lot of different genres of, pop culture and whatnot. And it seems that really shows through in his work. Like, you don't ever really see kind of the same custom from him twice, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I
had Will's list last year, and it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of good bits on there. So.
Oh yeah, I loved it too, and I had his. Oddly enough, it had all these video game characters, and I ended up making Red Sonja. But normally, I go for the video game characters because that's what I'm familiar with. But yeah, I know nothing about this character, but I just remember when he sent the final pics, I'm like, man, that is so clean. The paint just pops.
Yep,
it's just so damn good.
That's the part that stands out to me, Troop. That neck piece, it's like perfect. It's just it's great, man. It looks so good.
Super
definitely
clean.
An interesting build. I actually I'm curious what he used for that. I don't think I ever asked him.
Those shoulders almost,
those look like long shot to me.
Yeah,
because I used those too on mine.
Shot on the shoulders.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, has it been out long enough for people to make customs out of them? I guess he has.
I did. I used it for my Kick-Ass figure for this year.
Oh yeah.
So,
I have
one. I used that long shot arms. The shoulders I ended up swapping out for Power Rangers because they were too
I get you.
So, yeah. But I love this. I think this is great. And aside from his choice of parts, everything just looks really seamless. Like that piece where the ab crunch is that goes down over the waist swivel. That's really nicely done. The colors really pop. Like that yellow is just fucking booming. It looks really good.
Honestly, looking at that, I bet you that's long shot.
Yeah, it actually, now that you say it, the legs kind of look like it too, eh?
Yeah, I think that's all long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is awesome. That just makes me excited to make a custom using long shot.
Also
more impressive the fact that all used to be black and now it's bright ass yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized after I put my Robbie Reyes together, it was like somebody had mentioned that the HasLab, Robbie was pretty much that base figure, and I was looking at it, and I was like, shit. But mine has the ab swivel where obviously that one has the ab crunch, so I'm pretty happy that it turned out. I still haven't got the head sculpted yet, but yeah, I would agree. Might have to stock up on those base figures if I see them somewhere.
That's a great. Yeah, it's
nice. It's short, but it's nice. Like it's not a big body, so if you're wanting something kind of for a mid-sized to smaller guy, it's definitely the one you want to look at. So, yeah. I love this. Nick, one of my buddies, I had him on the show once, and he's taken up customizing. He's been collecting a lot lately, and now he's kind of dipped his toes into customizing, and I've been helping him out. But him and Token live close by, and they've kind of struck up a friendship now too, and
that's cool.
It's been very cool. Of course, Will's just an all-around fucking nice guy. So
I wish I lived close to customizers.
I know, me too. Right? It'd be great. I live next to Tin Rocket. I live close to Tin Rocket.
I mean, there probably are customizers. Like I met one guy that makes like I wouldn't call him a customizer. He does make custom toys, but he makes them from scratch.
Cool.
And he does some pretty cool stuff, but it'd be cool to meet customizers like this kind of customizer.
That's my goal for 2024. Next year. I met a couple of people in the community, not customizers, but like toy show people, and like next year, Comic-Con. Fuck yeah, I'm going for sure. SDCC, I'm for sure going. I'm not missing. Yeah, I'm not missing it. This year looks so fun. There were so many of the people that I chat with.
Yeah, I should try to go to that.
Yeah, maybe. I just had that spark too. I'm like, shit, man. It'd be nice to actually meet you guys.
That would be great. I told Wes if I'm ever in that area, because like he's not that far from my hometown, really. He's only probably about 4 hours, maybe 5 hours from my hometown.
Well, it's funny because I feel like every year a lot of the toy pros that I talk to try to have them come into the event, a lot of them I talk to them around this same time every year, and they'll be like, "Are you at SDCC?" And I'm like, "No," every single time. No, I should go sometime. That sounds like
man, go next year. Let's go.
I know.
We'll go.
I know. We'll see.
That'd be fucking sick.
Oh yeah, man. I never do anything. I'll start saying.
So come on, fucking do it. Anyways, great job to Token, and new collector received this one, so fucking sweet, very lucky. This one was in one of the guys in my group, actually. This is the Hood, the Shadow.
The Shadow. I only know of the Shadow from the Eric Barwin movie, but yeah, once again, this was another. So Rick had mentioned he said, "Man, I've had this guy on my list forever. I'm so stoked that somebody finally made him." We're seeing a theme here, right? And to just use of parts and everything, and when I finally got to see this one completely come together, this thing looks official, right? It's just like, wow, it's like, did you just take this out of a package and ship it to the guy? Like, no disrespect meant to Sherlock at all, but just like. I was just absolutely loved it. And I love the fact that Rick was stoked to actually receive it because, he'd wanted it for so many years and finally came to. I've got a few of those on my list that I'm pretty sure nobody will ever make, but if they do, I will be absolutely stoked.
I've already decided that if I ever get your list again, because I could probably tell it's your list. I feel like you have a pretty specific, kind of list. I'm gonna just ignore all of it and make you another South Park figure.
Oh yeah, man! You guys can't see my man cave right now, but it is an absolute disaster. But I'm looking at making a specific shelf for all my,
SWAT figures.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm actually gonna do that too when I get into my new space because I've had stuff that's just either gotten out of like what I collect, that like like a figure goes in a collection and then I get out of that collection, but I keep the custom. So I'm gonna probably do that as well. So because I have a lot of cool stuff that I just don't have a home for. So
yep, I'm gonna keep mine up high and keep it locked because I have all the stuff that I've made from other people or made myself. I have to keep, especially away from my youngest. She's ornery as hell. I thought my first two were ornery. My third is the reason we're not having more children. I mean that with love. But yeah, so I've got yours very secure somewhere, and unfortunately it's not on display right now. But same thing with the one I got from this event and everything I've got in the past. All my everything else just looks like a tornado has come through here in like the last year or so.
Well, I can relate to a certain degree because all my shit's in boxes, so kind of sucks. But yeah, this was a cool one to see come to life, as Inglorious Draven said. This was a lot of fun. He was also in our group, and yeah, man, he did a really great job. And he did that all with soft goods too. He did it himself, and yeah, just super.
Can you scroll through some of the pictures?
Yeah, for sure.
Por favor. There we go.
Yeah. That's dope. He ended up taking that hat from the Madcap Deadpool there that had that big floppy hat with the side pushed up, and he flattened it. He was able to flatten it to the point where it actually stayed.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
I'm pretty surprised by that because I tried and I didn't have any luck doing that. So because I was making a Darkwing Duck last year for token, and I ended up ditching it because I kept breaking on me, and I was like, I don't want to send something out that's this fragile. So
did you do the heat then ice water dip?
Yeah, I used that, and I eventually used a heat gun, hoping that I would be able to like just fuck it up and like get it to the point where it would lay flat, but it didn't. It kept coming back. So
I'm gonna try this now because I want to. I mean, I don't have an idea for the hat. I just want to try.
You just want to see if it works.
Yeah, I did
Curiosity.
it with the Strife from the new. Like the new Strife from the set, like
the 5-pack or whatever.
Yeah. He came in with all bent up, whatever armor dinglings, but his helmet was all like bent up, and so I did it with that, and I was actually surprised because I've done it before, but it's never worked this well. I was surprised because when I put it in the ice water, it like froze in place, and I was like, holy shit! Like I'm gonna do this more.
Oh shit! What's up, Kiri? How's it going? Hey, did you get your figures yet, dude? I think I looked and it said they were delivered. Sorry, that's one of my customers that I've done stuff for. Thanks for being here, man. Yeah, this is great. This turned out awesome. Good job, Sherlock Prime, and it was received by Rick's Action Figure Chop Shop. So, job well done, guys.
Sherlock was one of our first timers as well.
Yes, I'm sad he's sitting out for Secret Santa. He really wanted to, but he's like, I just don't want to commit to something I don't have time to do.
Oh, I literally just messaged him to see if you want.
Oh, did you? Yeah, we kind of keep in touch now after being in a group together. We've been chatting a bit, so yeah. So
I guess I know his answer. All right,
his answer's probably going to be no. Unfortunately,
if he says no, I'll send him a message. We'll just keep bullying him.
He said he'll do next year's summer. I think he said that like the second half of the year is a little bit trickier for him than So, yeah.
Hey, who made that?
Who made this?
Look at this terrible piece of shit.
Look at this shit. This figure, man. I think this is the fastest I've been able to put a figure together for one of these events.
This is
like if I would have worked through it like nonstop, like I kind of did a bunch, and then like once I had to do the yellow lines, I was like, I don't want to fucking do this. So I like put it on the back burner for like 3 weeks. But if I would have just worked through it, I probably would have finished this in like 2.5 weeks. So quick. Wow.
Clean, awesome. Man. This is a phenomenal kick-ass.
It's a kick-ass.
Well, not to mention you had to do those lines onto the butterfly joint, onto the shoulder, onto the chest.
It was hard.
That is impressive, man.
There is lots of screw-ups happening on that one. I fucked up a lot. There's a lot of green. I actually specifically didn't do a lot of shading on the body, so that way, because I knew I was going to fuck up the lines and I would have to touch it up with green. So I was like, if I do a lot of excessive shading on this, that green's not going to match. So
yeah, that's a. I mean, I'm trying to avoid saying ass and complimenting it, but it's a great kick-ass figure, man. It's like also, I mean, I can tell the clearance that you've got on all the joints too. Like it looks like it's no paint rub. Like also the choice of base body works so well. So it's Toad, right?
Yeah, I used Toad. I actually used Toad because I originally was using a Power Rangers body, but then I kind of remembered you and I talking about skin from Generation X, and you're like, I'm going to use a Toad for Generation X skin.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder how that would look. I had an extra Toad because when I bought my first one, he had 2 left arms.
Oh,
so I had one just sitting in my fodder bin, and I was like, let me see. So I played around with it, and sure enough, it was like a much more accurate to like the source material, right? Because I was really trying to go for like that comic book, like Mark Miller kind of look, right? So
yeah, it's really, I mean, it's really well done. It really does look like well, Mark Miller is a writer, right? It's John Romita Jr.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But it looks like his art too. Like it's spot on, dude.
I tried. So Gloria says, Matthew, isn't one of the rules you aren't allowed to be negative about customs, even your own stuff. I'm always negative about my own stuff. This went to last custom on the left. Thank you, dude. I'm glad you like it. And hopefully he's holding up. I did actually have some issues. There was a bit too much clearance on that right or that left butterfly joint there. As you can see, there's kind of a big gap. I tried to fill it in, but it was not working in my favor. So, but yeah, no, I really had fun making this figure. Kick-Ass has been on my list of stuff to do for a long, long time. So once I got that list and saw that on there, I stopped reading. It was between him and Hit Girl. He had Hit Girl on the list too, and I really would have loved to do Hit Girl, but I kind of had an idea in mind for Kick-Ass. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do Kick-Ass. And speaking of magnets, we talked about magnets earlier. Those billy clubs are made using a piece of coat hanger, like an iron coat hanger. And I just wrapped them up in tape and then painted them. And then there's a magnet in the back, like underneath the strap thing here. So that way it kind of stays in place without having any friction.
Nice.
So, yeah. Yeah, and the head sculpts were fun. This one, the battle damage on masthead, I was trying to, I really looked at the source material to try to capture that exact look. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm really happy with it. And same with the masthead. I liked the bangs kind of coming out of like the front of the mast.
Yeah,
absolutely love that masthead.
Yeah, because I mean the whole thing with Kick-Ass. I mean, I read the first initial run of Kick-Ass. I admittedly didn't continue with it, but with that comic, my memory of it is that he's just sloppy.
He is
a sloppy character, sloppy kid,
Yep.
And they represent him that way in the movies too. But like, I love that. My point is like the little tufts of hair sticking through the mask, I think really kind of just drives that home. So this is great. This is a great piece.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, no, I'm really happy with this piece. I really liked it. No ankles don't swivel on it. I know it looks like they do, but they don't. Neil's been grilling me since I saw Barbie the other day.
I saw Barbie too, man.
I loved it. That was fucking great.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Also, it's Greta Gerwig. Like, I don't know how you're not going to go watch a Greta. I saw Little Women. I mean,
yeah.
And I saw Lady Bird. I'm watching.
Yeah, I love Lady Bird. Lady Bird's awesome too. So
yeah, it was good.
Maybe one day. All I needed to know is Margot Robbie. That's it.
Margot Robbie's great too, but I mean, I think to me the standout is I thought Ryan Gosling as Ken was.
Really he was perfect.
He was really
describing it as a highbrow Adam Sandler movie, which is a terrible. But in the sense that like an Adam Sandler movie is meant to make you laugh every 3 seconds, and I feel like this movie totally was doing that. Like it was like in between making you depressed, it was also making you laugh every 3 to 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Gosling just showed up and did work on that movie.
Yeah, man, I agree. Everyone was great.
Everyone,
he was my standout of the movie.
Everyone did, but I mean, he killed it with.
Yeah,
there's not to ruin it for Neil, who is obviously going to go see it.
Yeah, Neil's definitely going to see it. He told me that last week. So
yeah.
All right, on to the next. So take it away, Draven. I don't know this person, this character.
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't, like I said, obviously, I don't know any comics, man. But Bloodline, Daughter of Blade. So I just, not knowing anything about the character, but then just kind of seeing it come together, that was like super awesome. I absolutely love working with purple. I've done a few purple, paints on customs now. And just seeing how this was executed. I mean, you look at the sword. See how the sword kind of like fades. That color fades into the steel color on the handle there. It's a very progressive fade. You know, the light, lavender dry brush over
we lost Wes. Hopefully he'll be back in a minute.
Just really gives it a lot of dimension.
I agree.
It just, it looks like the hair was custom sculpted, and you can see the different dimensions of color in the hair. Absolutely phenomenal. And I never even realized, I never knew much about Blade outside the movies. Absolutely loved the movies, but just such a cool figure, cool concept, and very well executed.
Yeah.
Looks like the chain across the can't tell if that was sculpted or not. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it looks like it's like a wallet chain or something.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Very cool. Very cool.
Is that the only picture we have?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if so it was made by M. Gant, who from the Foosh days was Diddy 310, I believe it was.
Yep, I've got a Diddy custom. I absolutely love it. It's,
nice.
Dawn.
Awesome! I didn't know that. Yeah, and it was received by Swan Artistry. So, but yeah, I'm great with you. I know me and Draven just talked about not too long ago. We're talking about our love for painting purple. I fucking love painting purple. It's one of my favorite colors to work with. So it's easy to paint, and like when you do those accenting colors, or like just even like the lighter purples to do the shading and stuff, it it just takes so well. It looks, and you can kind of see that even just on the wrinkles on the shirt, and like how he really kind of brought that fabric to life with just a bit of dry brushing, right?
Yeah.
So
absolutely. And I think is that the America Chavez base body? Would you guys say?
Yes, I think so. I'm not sure about the lower arms, but everything else is America Chavez, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. I like seeing the unique sculpts in custom figures. Obviously, it looks like
me too. Me
too. Sculpt specifically for that figure, and then it's been obviously put into an amazing custom. So
yeah. Next up.
All right, so we have this Iron Fist made by Caretaker. First thing I noticed, obviously, there was kind of a little bit of an issue with maybe making two figures or whatnot, but he managed to get this one done first. But when he checked in, the first thing I just noticed is like all the accessories. Like, look at everything going on with this guy and making it work. Right? I just thought that was. I like busy figures. Like I like a lot going on, and you kind of look at everything from the fist to the weapons to the belts to the, it looks like he's got a couple belts going on. The weapon on the leg, the coat. That looks like that. Is that the Sammy J coat? From,
I think so. Yeah.
From the MCU. Nick Fury. But yeah, just. Absolutely complex figure that he busted out, right? Because he was working on another one. But
I like his upgrade of the because it looks like it was that same Nick Fury legs, which are those like shitty style Toy Biz ones. I like his transformation from like the ball hips to like proper like modern Marvel Legends style hips.
Yeah, I think I have that box set right here by me. So.
Oh my God, old school as hell. Toys R Us exclusive. What?
Yeah, I actually got a really good deal on this as I'm looking. Yeah, totally. So you look at there's a ton going on with those legs there that obviously.
Yeah, I wish I had a clearer shot. I guess that's probably the clearest shot we're gonna get, but I don't know what he used to match them, but they match pretty well. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool. I didn't even realize because I think I have the Black Widow from this era as well. The ScarJo Black Widow, and I think she has the ball jointed hips.
No, I don't think so. I think she's got regular ones, but
really,
they're weird. Yeah, they're weird though. They don't really move nicely. But
yeah, I haven't brought myself to open this yet. But when I finally get my
at this point, you're going to be pretty disappointed with them.
Yeah, I feel like
they've upgraded quite a bit by this point.
Yeah, this is a very cool box set, though. I mean, I got a hell of a deal on it too.
Just throw it away, I think.
Hey, look at that! Just as we're speaking, look who I found.
Oh, there you go, America.
Yeah.
So Grin
I love that body. Actually, I love the American.
Me too. Me too.
I grabbed a whole shit ton of them when they went on clearance. So
nice. I bought a couple when they were on clearance too. I used one for some of the parts, anyways, for Wes's death locket that I made.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, worked great. So nice. All right, well, there's another one down. Let's keep moving along. Oh man, I fucking love this one. This is another one I was in. This is another one that was in my group.
Yeah. And
he was kind of quiet in our group, and then all of a sudden at the end, as he got close to finishing, he posted a picture, and we're like, "Whoa, what the fuck, dude?"
Yeah. And that's the thing too. I remember when I saw the final pictures and everything of this one, it just the lighting's a little bit strange, I think, in these photos, but that green is just so metallic and it just pops.
Yeah.
And I remember telling, because Code Red Kid was one of our new to this event this year as well.
Yeah.
I just I couldn't stop with the compliments. I said, man, said a lot of great stuff. I said, this is one of my favorites so far. And he's like, oh man, you're just being kind. I really appreciate that. I'm like, no bullshit.
That was good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he did a great job. Yeah, it looks really, really good. Everything from
all the detail on the hips, and all the painting around the abs and everything.
Even just the magnetic effects pieces.
Yeah, those accessories are sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really, really good.
And I do not have the balls or audacity to attempt a Moondragon custom personally.
I just think it's so well detailed that it's like, yeah,
it is. Yeah. Like there's no easy incarnation of Moondragon, and Hasbro took Hasbro's
the easiest way out.
Is really, I mean, I had to buy it for Drax, but
well, Drax looks fucking amazing.
But Drax Moondragon, come on, Drax is great, but
but Moondragon definitely leaves something to be desired for sure. But this is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, job well done to Code Red Kid. It was received by Drew's Customs, so fuck yeah, another awesome entry as a newbie to the event. So very, very cool.
Four-Bush Man.
I don't know who this is, but when I saw it, I fucking thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
I did Four-Bush Man once for Secret.
What's that, sir?
Spawn Sauce.
Yeah.
Greg Sarabia.
Yep.
He made a Four-Bush Man once for Secret Santa when he jumped in as a backup elf.
Oh, cool.
So this is the second time I've seen a Four-Bush Man in one of the events. I'm here for it. I think it's cool. Looks good.
Absolutely.
Great. Greg also.
I remember the last custom reached out asking, who's my recipient opposed to soft goods, and I was like, yeah, no, I'll reach out and find out. And I think this go to Caretaker. Yeah,
Caretaker. Yeah.
So they were Caretaker was totally on board, and so totally just ran with it. And after working with soft goods, I have such a newfound respect for that. And you just look at how clean and how well fit and everything that is. It's just it's so cool. And I'm looking at this, and you look at, if anybody didn't know better, you would think it was a 12-inch figure or whatever. Looking at the detail and the sewing and everything.
Yeah.
And it's no. This is a 6-inch figure, and it's just executing it on that level. It looks phenomenal.
And this was Lawrence custom on the left, and he was here. I don't know if he's still here or not, but he was in my elf group as well, I believe.
Nice. Yeah, he did a great job. He works. Oh, there you go. He is here. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
He does a lot of soft goods. I think he works mostly in soft goods. So cool that he was able to do that for the event, especially if that's where his comfort zone is, right? So
yeah, I think I actually directed him to you, Draven, to ask so you could reach out to the recipient. But yeah, it's I'm glad he did it though, because the soft goods work so well for this character.
Yeah, it's one thing to make them, but it's another to make them actually look good on that scale. It really does. It just fits so well. So outstanding.
Well, Four-Bush Man's deal is he kind of is supposed to look like he's wearing pajamas almost.
Right. So excellently executed here.
Yeah.
I love this picture.
Baggy in all the right places. It's
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very, very cool. Good job, man. Good job. I'm glad that you joined us, and excited to see what you put out this year. Oh, we got a little teaser there. It's another cool one.
All right, yeah. So I know you all have been there too. Like when you get that list, sometimes and you instantly know, like you don't
This is
even
what I'm
like hardly
making.
see anything else on the list because like I'm going to make that one, and so that's how Brett. And he almost responded almost immediately when I sent his list to him. And he's like, "Dude, I have to make her," and totally just kind of took it and ran with. Yeah, look at that! Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that's great. You did a great
But
job on this.
yeah, it's, once again, it looks like we've seen a lot of great work with soft goods in this event, and they give you a good overview of all the pieces and everything that
Oh, I
goes
didn't realize
together.
all that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't.
cool with like how easily the cloak is removable and everything to give her those different looks. So you can just basically keep the cape on, and then the cloak pops off, or the hood, I should say. Um, the double sabers, yeah, just absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, he killed it. I'm not familiar with this look for Asajj Ventress, but yeah, I think it looks really, really great. So, and it looks like he made those lightsabers too, because they're not like that clear one that like the Black Series uses. Like it looks like
Right.
he actually had to make the blades and stuff. So,
Yep,
looks
absolutely.
good. Fuck yeah! So this was received by Lampawaru Baka Aiden and made by Super Yeti Customs Brett. Fuck yeah! And actually, we'll come back to these two later because as I was saying to these guys when I was posting, I'm like, I actually had to ask Draven. I'm like, dude, I'm so confused. Didn't these guys already swap figures? They ended up doing like another swap together where they made each other things like for a second time. Well, I mean, I guess the first time for one of them because they didn't exactly get each other's list the first time, but yeah, they ended up doing a swap after this as well. So we'll get to that once we get up at that high up. But yeah, so cool that happened. So I love this.
All right, hey Bobby. I don't know if you guys watch this show. It's my wife's favorite show.
Yeah.
So when I saw Evan's list, my first thought was, man, if I had gotten this, I would totally make Teddy. Which actually, Teddy was actually the only one on the list, but Morley had hit me up and kind of brainstorming and whatnot about what he was going to make. As I initially obviously was not planning on participating in this event, so I was just like, yeah, you can even outside your groups just bounce ideas off of me. So he told me, he's like, man, I think I'm going to make Teddy, and so like I was just like encouraged him when he was kind of on the fence to really do it because I absolutely love this show. It's outstanding, and then he busted Teddy out. The hand it's got a magnetic burger. So the burger actually fits into the hand magnetically. And Morley was like, yeah, I got to make Louise as well because she's the best character. And so Louise is my favorite. So it was awesome to just see him make that extra figure because as you can see, Evan already made his Bob. But now he's got Teddy and Louise to go with it. So
I love it. That's a great use of that. What's his name from Spider-Man? Ned from Spider-Man. That's what he used for Bob or for Teddy. I mean,
yep.
I don't know this show personally, but
these Bob's Burgers,
like the characters I've seen from the show.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, it's extremely sarcastic, and if you're a sarcastic person, you'd love the show. So
it is pretty funny. I haven't watched a lot of it. I think I've only seen the first season, maybe a little bit of the second season, but yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was kind of cool just seeing Morley kind of brainstorm about this and kind of trying to persuade him to do it and actually watching him execute. When he sent me that first picture of Teddy done, I was like, oh man, that's outstanding.
Tin Rocket's a good dude.
Yeah.
He's local to me, so where I'm moving, I'll be even closer to him. So I'm sure we'll.
Oh, no kidding! Very
connect.
Cool.
He was like telling me, he's like, because like where I live there's like this tiny little like spot like right like it's technically like American, but it's the only entrance point is through Canada. It's called Point Roberts, and he's got a post box there, like a mailbox there, and he's sent me the link, and he's like, you should go there, save yourself on shipping. It's like literally like a 4-minute drive from my house, so
nice.
Pretty cool. So good job, Tin Rocket. And yeah, this was received by Evan Flow Customs. Also want to give Evan Flow a shout out because you know how I made that Mark Hoppus figure, that Blink 182 figure? He actually put me in contact with the person to like get it to Mark Hoppus. So he actually is the reason that I was able to send it out. So I don't know if Mark's actually like opened it at this point because I only sent it out a few weeks ago. But yeah, shout out to Evanflow for reaching out and recommending somebody to send it through. So thank you for doing that.
That's one thing I noticed about Evan, man. That dude, he's got the inside track.
He's well connected. He's
like he's that guy. He is like, yeah, you just what you want. So yeah.
Southtown, what's up, brother? Hey man, you gonna join us or what? This is another person that I reached out to see if he would jump in on this. I think he was kind of on the fence, but Southtown, come on, bro. Come hang out with us. It'll be good times. All right, next.
All right. So John, when I sent him his list, he was stressing big time.
Definitely out of his comfort zone style wise in terms of like what he usually makes.
Absolutely, yeah. And so like I felt bad for him, but I also knew that after that initial shock kind of wore off, because I think his list only had like 5 characters on it, maybe 5 or 6 somewhere in there. So obviously, if something doesn't jump out at you right away, that makes it even more difficult when you really. You could see everything in one screen. There's no scrolling because all your options are right there. So, lots of messaging back and forth about what he wanted to do. So I think it took almost like maybe about 2 weeks to even just pull the trigger on, hey, I think I'm going to do this one. And so I was really trying to just be really encouraging because I knew he could do it. And here we are. So
baseball. Use elastics for knee pads? That's a great idea.
Yeah, no kidding. Nice. So you could paint it and everything. So definitely, he said at first I was very stressed, but like once they kind of started coming together, he was actually like, yeah, this has actually been really fun. So I'm really hoping this kind of expanded his horizons quite a bit because I think this was absolutely stunning. So
he's another one that like as soon as signups went up, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm there for it." Like he was like right in it. He was one of the first ones to be like, "Yeah, I'm in for."
So it didn't totally scare him away, which is awesome.
No, it didn't. I mean, I feel like that's one of the best things about these events is like it forces you out of your comfort zone. You're bound to get a list that you look at it and you're like, "Fuck, what am I gonna do here?"
Yeah.
It really makes you kind of have to step away from your normal approach and be like, okay, what am I doing? How am I going to actually do this?
That's honestly, that's how I was with Dave's list for Secret Santa last year. And then when I had talked to you guys, Wes, you'd mentioned Apocalypse Wrath. I was just like, holy shit, I didn't even know this was a thing. And like, that was the moment I was looking for when I got the list. And when I got that list, I was like, I don't think I want to make anything on this, but it had that option of the one option was anything from the 2012 Turtles. And so Wes was like,
I was anything from the Turtles, period.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
but when you sent that picture over of him with the beard, I was just like,
I'm doing that.
Raphael with a beard. That's I gotta love that. I love that episode of that series. And so I was so stoked when you made it and made it so perfectly.
So good.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
So good.
Yeah, this is about John. Anyway, so for what it's worth, a difficult list can really kind of get you off to a slow start, right? Because I mean, that's not knowing what you're going to do is very, very detrimental to progress. Obviously, that's the main thing you need to know. Like, hey, I'm doing this. And sometimes, like you said, Matt, when you switch gears off the Darkwing Duck, sometimes that happens too. But really, just definitely props to him for pulling this one off. When at first I was almost thinking at one point he was going to throw in the towel, but he fought through and pumped out this awesome figure.
Nice.
Turned out well.
It did. Yeah. So this went to US Custom Figures and was made by Swan Artistry. So good job, dude. Good job. Really, really nicely done. And happy you're joining us again for Secret Santa. So this is another one from my group that was made from one of the guys in my group.
Yeah, I know this is because it's from a video game.
Yeah, you know that. See?
So Metal Gear Solid. So this is basically let's see here. This is from Mike D Creates. Received the Solid Snake. I've actually never played Metal Gear, but I'm very aware of it. So, once again, you look at everything going on with this figure, all the accessories, just the head sculpt, the overall feel of the figure, just absolutely nailed it. There we go.
I know he had some. He was having some troubles with a couple pieces, but I think overall it came together really good. So,
yep. This was, I mean, Metal Gear was back in the PlayStation 1 days where he just looked like, it's like, oh, look at these graphics, and we look back at them now, and it's just like a terrible mess. It's funny. There's a joke meme going around about. I know you guys aren't much gamers, but there's kind of going off the rails here a little bit, but it's a joke about in Final Fantasy VIII, Rinoa tells Squall at the party, she's like, "You're the best looking dude here," and so there's you could buy stickers and stuff. It says you're the best looking guy here, and it shows his face all pixelated.
Retro games. I mean, that's not even really that retro, but yeah.
Yeah,
so, this was made by another new person to the event from the Matt Cave.
Yep.
And was made for Mike D Creates.
Yeah, and once again hit the timeline, did great with the rules, just absolutely crushed it. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but I put in your helper groups, I strategically put all the newcomers,
the new people with
just
us?
so you could have, it's just so if they had questions about the rules and stuff, you were pretty much right there to kind of help, so they didn't have to have the middleman, so to speak. But it's kind of cool that you guys got to see these come together and how well they all did and how they were on time with everything, which was...
It's cool to also just, get to know the new people, right? So I like that part, that part of it too. So yeah, it's kind of nice. Next.
Holy weaponry. All right, so I know nothing about the character, but I mean, look at this. Me neither. Look at this. Just
Fixer, right?
Yeah. The Fixer, yeah.
From Thunderbolts.
What is it from?
Thunderbolts.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Gotcha. So by Drew's Custom, I believe this was Drew's. This was one of Drew's first event as well.
Yes, it was.
Firsthand, any figure that has a bunch going on like that you can actually get stand and pose is a skill in itself, right? This thing is more top heavy than Dolly Parton in football pads, but it works. I mean, the things it's upright. A ton going on. I don't know. Does that look like a piece from Vulture there, possibly?
I don't know if that's Vulture, but
or the old Toy Biz Wolverine from House.
Yes,
that is what that's from. That's what that's from.
But yeah, just overall, I mean, look at the paint job, the execution. Just so much going on with this figure. It looks so cool. And, obviously on that small scale, getting all that stuff to work together, when you start adding more and more, you're losing real estate pretty quick.
He's using the old Toy Biz long shot bandolier, too. There.
I'm going to take Toy Biz and modernize it and make it look good, really good. So
some stuff works when people are I appreciate when people dive into the bits and bobs from Toy Biz stuff, because Toy Biz had its time, and a lot of those pieces were the standouts for Toy Biz because Hasbro doesn't really do a lot of that.
Yeah, true.
So if you want weaponry and robotics and stuff, Toy Biz, you're going to find more of it over with them, I think, than you are the Hasbro.
Yeah, that looks great.
So yeah, this was made by Drew's Custom for Gant 310. So great job, guys.
Did he? All right, so this was actually 10 for Morley's actually second custom. So he stepped up when we had somebody drop out. And he just, basically this list, I think, was a short list as well, 5 or 6 characters. But the recipient, I believe, was, Code Red Kid, basically said I think Scarlet Spider was the only character on the list where he said, I want this to actually, look like the figure. Basically anything else on my list, you can take it and run with it. So
nice.
I forgot the actor that
he based it off of.
Yeah, so the head sculpt actually is from an actor. I'm wanting to say maybe a foreign actor. But
Okay.
I remember Morley just saying right away, like, I have to use this head sculpt. So he basically put this together, and I want to say he got it done in like less than a week.
I mean, Morley's putting out
on
like we'll talk like a week between conversations, and he's made like 10 new customs. Like, he literally just just pumps them out. I have to say, I don't know if I'm seeing it exactly right, but smart use of the screw in hook for the handle of his cane there. It looks like it's one of those like screw in hooks, that has like
a cup hook.
That was kind of.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask him about that because that's I bet that is exactly what that is.
That's funny. I like it. But
yeah, I love the green.
I love when people think outside the box and do shit like that.
Question marks are clean.
Yep, very clean.
Yep, like I said, the second figure, and he was done even with that. Well,
good call on asking him to do that. That was the right choice.
Yeah. So props for him stepping up. He's always willing to do that. I try not to abuse that. But it seems that, unfortunately, every event, it seems like there's at least once we have to reach up and ask, because obviously things happen. We all know personally shit. I went through some shit last event. We know Wes did this time around. So things happen, right? And so
yeah, for sure.
When we have people
grateful for the people that jump in, and it seems to always be a good amount, and they always seem to be the same people. So it's always appreciated to have those people join us. And
and they're more enthusiastic about it too.
Yep. Right. Yeah, it's great. So kudos to those people for jumping in. But I mean, that's the thing. As we get bigger and bigger, it is bound to happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, life happens. It's easy to jump to conclusions, but life happens, and sometimes it happens fucking hard, and it's out of your hands sometimes, right?
It's less often that we have an event where nobody needs to back out.
Totally. I can't even think of a time in memory that hasn't happened. So pretty much always happens at least once an event. At least with Secret Santa.
Yeah, it's been pretty frequent over the years. And I apologize. I have we have an outdoor cat that is new to us as of like the beginning of June, and cannot be indoors because my wife is very allergic. But anyways, there's a history to the cat. Anyhow, my dog does not really love the outdoor cat, so I'm trying to prevent her from barking / getting into a fight through the screen because the cat just put the screen up. So anyways.
It's all good. No worries.
I keep disappearing. It's either that or the alien situation that's in the back.
There's always something going on over there.
I don't know what the fuck is going on around.
Man, this is another one that I really liked this year. This is a really
I like that one too.
Yeah, really cool.
Nice. I think I'm always excited to see cardiac customs in general because I just would never do it. Personally, I would never do it.
White lines on blue?
White lines, and then you got to get those. Like, it seems easy. It seems like it would be easy until you settle with the idea of the white, and then on top of that, when you get into the actual, like, I don't know what you call those, the cardiac lines, like those lines, that line work where you've got to have those angles. Like, that part to me is like where I would be like, damn it, why did I do this? Why did I choose this figure? So this is, I think, the second cardiac I've seen in one of the events.
Not in an event, but New Collector did one for me along like a few years back, and it was awesome. But yeah, this is great too. This is really, really well done.
Well, not to mention, how many times does white go on the first time? And the answer is never.
That's true.
It's like you have to go over those lines and not.
It's clean, man. It's really clean. Honestly, it looks good. It's impressive. It looks really good.
I've recently experienced this with a figure I've been working on. But I'll just leave it at that, man.
White, eh?
Freaking white. Have to think anyway, but yeah,
I have to go back and look at my list. Anybody who doesn't know, Draven's making a figure for me right now. So
it's done, by the way.
Yes.
Like I said, that weird paint chip issue I've never had that happen before. I clear coated it, and all of a sudden it's like it almost just started falling apart. I'm like,
that's weird, man.
So yeah, what I had to do, without giving away too much, I originally did a base color, and then painted on top of that. I actually had to do that color as a secondary color and kind of rework the way I did it because I have a feeling that was the problem, is that paint was old or something. But anyway, he said having all 3 kiddos home when I thought I was going to be done with 2 weeks ago. It's finally done. I'm going to do my absolute best to get it out to you in the morning after I take pictures. So.
Nice.
Cool.
I can't wait.
All right.
I owe you, Matt. I've been working on it.
I also am excited for yours too. I'm excited for both.
I think I might start because you don't care. You know what I'm making you, but I might start actually posting like photos on Instagram of my progress with it, just to kind of help inspire me to keep at it.
Yeah, man, you're making me a vulture from the animated series. I'm excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think it'll work.
Yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, this is a great job. So Pickett received it, and it was made by US Customs. So amazing work. So Nick, I'm learning my lesson already. White is not easy to work with. He did he put white on what was it? It was his Punisher. He did like that Punisher from the modern comics where he like leads the hand ninjas or whatever. And he did some white, and I was like, man, you got to thin out that white a little bit. It's like it's pretty heavy. So
Punisher's a great. Well, maybe not that design of Punisher, but the standard Punisher logo is a great practice with white. I feel like
I agree
because you can take liberties with it, and you can make it look messy and stuff, and that works for the
character
design.
Yeah, totally.
Or
so great job, US Customs. This looks really, really good. Job well done.
Absolutely.
Oh man, this is another one that I love this one.
That's a great one.
I'm still floored by this one. So, Custom Famous J made this one, and looks like this is the one that Troop received. But let's see, it's Weapon H.
Weapon H.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. My wife just brought me food and flashed me.
Nice.
Awesome. It's a great combo. Anyway, I remember seeing the character on the list and being like, oh man, that's really cool. And then when Famous J actually pulled it off, I was like, holy shit.
I love the red around the eyes. I love it.
Yeah.
And the skin looks good, and the build is good. It's a smart build. It's not just like a Hulk figure. He took from different pieces, and it fucking just is great. It's really well done.
Absolutely. And I meant to ask him, I don't know if you guys know how he made the claws and everything.
I didn't ask him, but I know he does 3D print a lot of stuff, but I don't know if those are 3D printed.
I didn't look super close, but I thought maybe it was styrene or.
That's what I thought too initially.
Okay. Yeah.
Or like natural plastic. Oh, that looks like. Well.
Hard to say, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah, look how clean they go into the hands.
Yeah.
And they come out of the hands, and the paint job, and just like you said, the fading of the red around the eyes.
The eyes are my favorite. It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks really good. And that
again, got to work with purple.
Yeah, that purple pops against that cement skin too, right?
Yeah.
Looks really good.
Yeah, I know. When I was chatting up Troop and saying, getting a shipping address, I'm like, dude, you're gonna absolutely be floored by this thing. And I know he was. And took that awesome video of it and made that reel for Instagram. So
Famous Jay's done some cool stuff.
And I'm jealous that that's not in my collection.
Oh, there you go. He said he shows the materials used on his post. Okay, there you go.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Once again, Neil, it would help if I would read.
But yeah, good job to Famous J. Yeah, I have one of his figures. He did an AOA Mystique for me last year at Summer Swap, and I love it. So did a great job. And he constantly puts out good shit. So always excited to see what he's working on. Yeah, there you go. He's got a pic on Instagram. I would move there, but I'm kind of moving through because I'm trying to keep this to about 2 hours because Wes has to get up super fucking early, and he's 3 hours behind West Coast time. So I don't want to keep him too long here. So want to just keep moving through. This one, I want to talk about this one because this is Neil, who's in the chat, did this. And I've made figures for Neil, so me and Neil have been kind of chatting for quite an extended amount of time. And I gotta tell you, man, I'm super impressed. I'm surprised that you picked this character. I feel like this is not an easy choice to tackle, but I feel like you did a really good job on it. Ghost Rider 2099. I only have the one picture here, but
Those flames are cool. Is it hot glue?
yeah, I think he did hot glue. I'm pretty sure. So I think he was.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man, for sure. So, well, he was the one that was advocating for me to bring One Oak customs onto my WIP Wednesday live. He was one of the ones who was the most loud about it. I'm thinking he probably took the practice because One Oak was showing us how he does his flames. So I'm guessing that maybe was part of that. You know, probably took the information given on the live stream and came up with this. So
Nice.
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
it also makes me excited because I'm actually going to be doing a Ghost Rider 2099 for Nick, who's in the chat as well. I did that Punisher 2099 for him. I think next year I'm going to do a Ghost Rider for him. So
cool.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. But yeah, this
the
looks
fun thing
great.
too is that I told Morley, I'm like, obviously you're going to receive a figure that wasn't your list, right? But I was like, you're going to be blown away by this thing. And I remember Morley was like, well, you don't know you want something sometimes until you get it.
Yeah,
and he was
totally.
just like, yeah. And I just love the overall feel of the figure and everything, and just badass. Good job.
Yeah, all these 2099 customs have been like making me want to do them too. And I'm historically terrible about deciding that I'm going to do way more customs than I actually will complete.
Yeah.
But I did buy an extra Abomination, Gamerverse Abomination Build-A-Figure with the
to make
intention,
a Hulk?
Yeah, with the intention of making the 2099 character that I care about the least. The fucking worst of the bunch, other than maybe Ravage. But yeah, I was like, oh, I got to get one of these Abomination Build-A-Figures. I need an extra one of these to make a Hulk. Well, I have it. We'll see when I make a Hulk.
It's a cool figure.
This Ghost Rider came out really nice.
Yeah, it did. Good job, Neil. I'm proud of you, buddy. Makes me happy that you are joining us now, so that's pretty great.
You guys remember Bro Abomination, right?
I remember that. Your Thor head on your Gamerverse Abomination.
Oh yeah.
Needs a couple beers in his hand. Man. So I was fortunate enough. I have to say thank you to Draven for this because, you know, one of the things that sucks about helping organize Summer or Secret Santa is that I know everything. There is it is like a different kind of fun because like it's fun seeing what's coming and then getting to like imagine what the reactions are going to be like when everybody sees it, which I love because I really like the camaraderie that these events bring in. But the thing I miss is that it's never a surprise. So Draven has done a really good job at keeping this a secret from both me and Wes. So when we're getting these figures, we have no clue who had our list. We have no idea what we're getting. And, when I'm helping with the social media stuff, like I never go in the inbox. So it's like, I never look and see, any of the messages that are happening. So this was a complete surprise to me. This was an Uncanny X-Force Nightcrawler that I received from Artman Customs. Man, it's fucking amazing. It's so clean, and it looks great with this fellow Uncanny X-Force members. And it was cool too because Nico has like an attachment to this character. It was one of his favorite. I think he said it's either one of his favorites or one of his first Marvel Universe figures, the 3.75 inch Hasbro figures that they made, was one of his favorites or one of his first that he had when he was collecting. So he kind of had like, some history with the character.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that, man. It's so the thing with with Artman Nico is it's paint. It's like all paint work,
smooth,
so perfect.
Yep.
Perfect paint work every time, and he doesn't need to do anything else. He can just do paint work and it comes out great. But I have a Uncanny X-Force shelf because I love that particular run of Uncanny X-Force.
Me too.
The whole thing with Deathlock and everything. But I have an extra Nightcrawler that's just standing in the front until I
waiting.
Waiting for me to paint him. and I have a regular Archangel in the back waiting for me to paint him too. But yeah, I saw this and I was like, damn.
Yep. It's
I
really,
want
really nice.
this. And also, is it? Do you know, Matt? I was looking at this the other day. Do you know if is this straight Nightcrawler body?
Nope. He took parts from Nightcrawler and put the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man on it and painted it.
Okay.
Yeah. So the feet, the hands, and the torso and the head are Nightcrawler, and then the limbs are all Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man.
It's crazy how
so they're all pinless. And like it kind of shrinks them down just a little bit, but yeah, it works really well. It's
nice.
very, very nice. Yeah, yeah.
Very
kind of gets rid of the lankiness in the legs that Pizza Spidey has.
I was staring at my regular night because I've got like several Nightcrawlers for the different, teams. That I have. But I was staring at the one on my Uncanny X-Force shelf and was thinking about the pictures of this particular custom, and I was like, I bet you those are the legs and arms from the. Well, in my mind, I'm thinking of the Kid Omega buck because I just bought a bunch.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, that would be accurate. Yes. So
yeah. Cool.
Yeah, man. Did a great job.
Perfection.
Art man. Fuck yeah.
Great to hear you were surprised. I'd really try to do that for you guys. So I know, especially Wes, you don't really.
It is appreciated. yeah. Very much. Very much. So.
10 years of knowing what's coming.
Yeah, the surprise is only so surprising, right? Because you end up getting pictures before you send it out. So
yeah,
kind of like watching your house get built, right?
Yeah, totally, totally.
All right. So looks like this was. I'm going to mix this up. Okay, so this one was on Morley's list,
right?
So he got the 2 figures to sent in. So yeah, he had asked for. Wednesday Addams, and I've heard good things about the series. I haven't actually watched it, but obviously kind of a popular thing right now.
Yeah.
Like the fishnets are
cool. The fishnets awesome. Are amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
And like I've always wanted to do that, but I always like, yeah, but that's so easy to mess that up.
Is it real?
It's like
I think it is
the first thing. Yeah.
I think it is.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You think it is what? Sorry.
They're real fishnets.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, I don't think they're painted. I'm pretty sure that's legit. I'm pretty
either
sure
way would be honestly either way.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. They look clean and they look like they're supposed to look. So yeah.
The DCUC Black Canary figure had fishnets.
What up, D? How's it going, man? Oh, did she?
Yeah,
like
she
real ones or?
Yeah, she did.
Well,
it's a Black Canary. Maybe not Black Canary. Maybe it's Sorry, I get them mixed up because the DCUC figures all look the same to me. The Zatanna, I think is her name. The magician girl.
Oh yes. Yeah.
I think maybe she's the one that has fishnets. All I know is I have several busted up DCUC legs with fishnets on them in case I ever wanted to do something like this, but I'm way too lazy.
That's awesome. Yeah, so good job. This was done by Marvelous Figures and received by Tin Rocket. So I like the little thing on the shoulder too.
Yeah.
It's very fun. Very fun.
Something like that.
Oh, yeah, sorry, not thing.
All right. So this one was done by Mr. Draven.
Another one in my group. Yep.
Not me. we have 2 Dravens now.
He's in the chat.
One first name, one last name.
I don't know if he still is, but he was in my group as well. So, man, he did so much of this stuff digitally. Yeah. And like just the attention to detail, it's super impressive. So
absolutely, yeah. So the head sculpt is completely digital. The shoulder piece there, would you call that fur?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know he was stressing, right? This being his first event, everything was running behind and everything, but you don't know till you know, right? And he kind of is like, kind of bit off a big chunk, but is obviously able to finish up and absolutely nailed it. So,
pretty sure he did the head. I think he did the head digitally too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, completely. I believe the head's completely digital, and then like I said, the shoulder piece there too. But it was really cool to see this come together, especially as I'm learning 3D sculpting as well. Just kind of see the process and how it looked on the computer versus how he printed it out and how the figure turned out and everything. Just absolutely awesome figure.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Look at that. Look at the detail on the face, the handlebar.
I love that gun too. That gun is sick.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he did the gun digitally too or not. I can't remember.
I think he did, because I think it's a like a replica of what you're seeing in that picture, right?
Okay, gotcha.
You see the thing kind of coming out of the side there.
Yeah, it's one thing I haven't tackled yet is hard surface sculpting digitally, so I haven't really got much into weapons and stuff, but that's a whole nother animal. And I have the basic version of ZBrush that doesn't allow much of that. So, yeah, props there for obviously most of this being original digital.
Jacket, rifle, and knife, he says. There you go.
Okay, there you go.
That's awesome. And Neil received this, so that's even better. So that's cool.
Yep.
And this is Dog Logan. I actually don't know the character, but I think he captured what his reference image was showing. So
absolutely. Nice.
Oh, that's cool. He said he sent me extras of everything: head, gun, knives. That's cool. D says there a certain tutorial you use for digital sculpting for 3D print. I don't have anything for you, D. It's not my forte.
Sorry, I missed the question before Neil's other one came up.
He said, is there a certain tutorial you use for digital sculpting for 3D printers?
Honestly, mine's kind of, I'm on a Discord with a bunch of really great artists, so they're always there for questions I have, and obviously I ask questions to people in the community and a shit ton of YouTube videos. So that's mine. Is I really learn by doing it, but when I hit a wall, that's kind of my struggles, because I struggle with computers anyway. So that'd be my best recommendation. Is there's free versions like Blender. There's ZBrush actually has ZBrush Core Mini as a free version. I actually use that to do the raft head sculpts.
Hey guys, I have to step away for just like 2 minutes, maybe not even. So just keep on going, and I apologize. I'll be right back.
All good, man. But yeah, so I started out. Raft was my very first complete digital sculpt that I printed out and actually used on a figure, and I just did that on ZBrush Core Mini. As far as the 3D printing aspect of it goes, I've started out just by printing other people's files. So once I actually got to the point where I knew how to do that, once I created my own files and everything, we just basically exported them as an STL file, put them into ChichuBox, which is a slicing software, and then from there, just getting the size right. I know there's tricks to sizing and everything, but I'm still obviously very much a novice, so I had to print a few of those raft heads until I actually got the size right. Then I was able to print the rest at the same exact size, because every file I exported was the same size. So once I knew to take it down, 40% or whatever it was, I was able to print all 5 versions I had out to fit the figure I made. And as Matt, I'm not going to disclose what I made for Matt, because he can go back and watch this, but the figure I just made for Matt.
I can still hear you too.
Okay. There we go. I did the same, but it was a much easier process this time around, because I've actually been there and done it before. So,
all right.
Sorry, I'm not used to talking this much.
That's okay. I want to keep moving. I'm trying to be respectful of everyone's time, and I just want to see how much more we got. We still have a few to go, so let's try to get through these here, so that way we don't keep Wes up too late here. Okay, next one.
I'm gonna do. What do you guys take over, if you don't mind? I need to go get some water.
Sure.
So this one, those kneecap things.
I know, they're so clean. And they're consistent from both sides.
And the arm, I don't even know what the hell to call these things.
The shoulder thing?
These arm, the forearm things. Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. I don't know this character at all.
Zarathos is the demon that I believe Zarathos is the demon that Ghost Rider actually is.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Okay. So this was made by Aiden Lumpawaru Baka, and again, talk about stepping out of his comfort zone. He generally does a lot of Star Wars figures. So yeah, to kind of come out and do something like this with the detailing on the boots, with the, honestly, with all of it, the knee pads, the effects pieces, that shoulder harness too, like
the legs,
and this is the one that had the cool package too.
That's cool. Right?
Yeah. And it says, after years of imprisonment, I am free at last, and by the fires of hell, I mean to remain free. And then you open it, and it's that. Like, how fucking sick is that?
So cool.
I had to double check this.
So cool. So cool. Yeah, so Inglorious Draven received it. So he said Ghost Rider villain character. So. Oh, that's cool. Inglorious Draven said if you have an iPad, Nomad Sculpt's a fantastic option. Yeah, I'm going to probably hit you up too, Inglorious. I know you offered already, but whenever I get to that point, I probably will be sculpting mostly on an iPad. So.
I do not have an iPad.
Yes, I remember that Neil caught this when he saw in the teaser. He noticed the head and he was like, "Yep, I know who that is."
It's well done. I really.
Damn it! I didn't do good enough.
Unreal presentation, says Brazilian Customs. Yeah, man, I love it. Like, that's just so cool, man. I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
I love it. So cool.
Everybody almost inspired me to do packaging this year. But I was running behind as it was. I just needed to get it out.
Yeah. Maybe one day if I feel inspired by the selection, but we'll see.
This one in particular, I just like the simplicity of the box, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah, me too. Me too. You don't need to make it super complicated to make it like
clean,
effective, right?
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, awesome. Great job. This one is Batman versus Predator Batman. So a very specific look for Batman. And this was made by Rick's Action Figure Chop Shop and received from the Matt Cave. I really like that cape that he did. That soft goods. Yeah, really cool.
Like I told Rick, I think it felt like this was probably one of the best customs I've seen from him. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure what he used for the torso, but it looks like Deathlock
legs. Yeah.
And then I think those shoulder pads are maybe an Iron Man or
over Centurion Iron Man, I believe.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe War Machine.
No, yeah, it is War Machine. Centurion has like the ones that kind of go out like that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Interesting. You know, that might be an Iron Man upper torso.
Oh yeah, maybe it is.
Not that any of this
kind of looks like a W. It kind of looks like like that ab crunch style.
Yeah, it does.
Kind of looks like a WWE Elite figure.
I agree with you. It does.
They kind of have a specific look.
Well, knowing the size of Deathlock.
Justin says War Machine. I'm in the chat, guys. I got you.
Okay.
Justin knows all Iron Man related figures, so very cool. Well, this turned out great, and I like the very specific look, like very specifically from a particular. I think it's from the look is specifically from like a comic book cover. I think is what it was, if I remember correctly. I think Rick posted pictures on his Instagram of it, like right next to the cover, and it looked really great. So,
yeah,
fuck yeah, nice work. All right, I'll do another one and then I'll let you take it back. Is that cool, Draven?
Yeah, I'm still fighting. I can still feel the tickle in my
well,
throat.
I can keep going, or Wes can take the lead after this. But yeah, this is one of the ones that never got claimed. So
who made this?
Draven would know, but I don't know. So.
Let me check my Google sheet, bro.
All right. So yeah, this is Wiccan, and Marvelous Figures received it.
Nice.
And yeah, like I just really like the paint job on this is great. You get that like speckled look on the blacks, a nice clean cut to the blues with the reds, and you get that fabric cape. It looks really good
in general.
You like Wiccan in general? Yeah.
I like the Young Young Avengers, that original run of Young Avengers and the Children's Crusade. I loved all that.
Nice. I'm not familiar with them, so I know who Wiccan is, but
Dirk's Designs made him.
I mean,
Dirk's Designs, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. That makes sense. Yeah.
I know he had some.
Read it though, because they link some stories that, like, I love when Marvel Comics link like modern stuff to things that happened such a long time ago in the comics. I think it's cool when they weave their storylines like that. But anyways, this is a later version of Wiccan, and again, another soft goods cape.
Yep.
That works well. But the paint apps, I think, are the standout here.
Me too. They look so good.
Clean and clean.
Again, you get that sculpt where you do that divide from the blue to the black, and it just because it's so clean, it works really nicely.
What are those Iceman hands, you think?
I think they're Doctor Strange MCU astral form Doctor Strange.
You got it.
Yeah, I use them on my Iceman. That's why I know. So, fuck yeah. Oh shit, man, this is another one. I have to give mad props. I'm super bummed that Jeff's not joining us for Secret Santa because I think this is one of his best, customs he's ever done.
Yeah.
Like it's super well done. I mean, Draven, you can speak to it. You received it, so
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing I didn't know is I didn't know her staff like actually separated in two until I saw his pictures. But just such a cool figure. Obviously, he did. I kind of got to see it come together. It wasn't. I received it. Obviously, not my list. I didn't even participate, but I actually had to jump in because we didn't. One of our participants that was in contact just went dark.
yeah.
So to this day, I'm still like hoping he's okay because I don't think he's even been on. So basically, I had to step in and help out real quick here at the very end, but was not disappointed in what I received. So,
Do you know what this is?
Yeah, isn't she from the Power Rangers movie?
From the first Power Rangers movie. She's the one that helps them get their ninja suits. So
Gotcha.
they go to this world and they have to like get new power coins or whatever. So like she works with them and fights off the Tengu warriors, and the sticks, they come apart and she swings them and they make this sound that drives the Tengu warriors insane and crazy and they fly away and stuff. But yeah, I fucking love this. I even think like he even got the likeness like pretty fucking good too. Like it's great. He did an awesome job. Like I messaged him after. I was like, man, you should be so proud of this. It's so fucking good. It's really, really good.
Absolutely. Yeah, and he was stressing too about it too. And I know
he
like,
was.
Man, the kind of crazy thing is like knowing it was coming, the figure was coming to me. I'm like, dude, just like take your time. It's all good. Yeah. Because like I was just trying to like trust me, your recipient's totally cool about it. You know, you're gonna be good. So
that's funny.
But yeah, at least I not know much. She used to be a pretty big Power Ranger fan, but I honestly never saw the movie, and I don't know why. But,
crazy.
Anytime
immediately when I saw it, I was like, I know what this is. This is fucking amazing.
I'm a big fan of women, especially when they're not wearing much. So I was very, very happy to receive this figure. So
yeah, it's like if any figure from this whole event could have gone to you just randomly, this would have been the one I would have been like, this makes the most sense to send to Draven.
The fates made it work, man.
Scantily dressed women. Send it over to Draven. Well, good job to Jeff, Metal Luna Customs. Always appreciate his enthusiasm for the hobby, and bummed that he won't be joining us for Secret Santa, but hopefully he'll pick us up again for Summer Swap next year. So good job, buddy. Good job. This is another one that I was like, fuck me. So good. And like, man, what a great use of that astonishing Cyclops body.
Yeah, and I believe he sculpted a lot of
it's sick, man. It's perfect with the seam lines and everything. It's fucking great.
That's awesome. Yeah. I actually just picked one up on clearance for like $7.
Nice.
Had no plans of what to use it for, but now I'm thinking.
Now maybe you do.
I think I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is good though. This is good. Nice.
Yeah, this is
smart.
Really nice.
That's smart.
Yeah. And this is from another new participant of the event. So Tosh Customs, not a new customizer by any means. Very talented and experienced. But yeah, this is really, really nice. And Famous J received this one, so pretty awesome. You can see my Luther that I made standing next to him right there.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I didn't even notice that when he said this.
Oh, yeah. That's his all of his figures that he's received from the swaps, because there's the Hypno Hustler. Yeah, and there's Frankenberry behind him.
Frankenberry,
yeah. Man.
Yeah, I believe I believe Tosh digitally did I think it was the head and the armor as well.
Yes.
So I think those were digital sculpts as well.
Really nice. Yeah, he fucking crushed that, man. It looks so good. And that base body. Absolutely. Yeah, that base body couldn't be better. Like, it's so smart.
That's a great choice. I love making customs where you don't really have to paint parts of it.
Yeah, it's nice when you just use the existing.
Yeah, I just love that.
Me too.
That's really well done. Really, really well done. Cool.
Yeah, very awesome. Do you want to take over for a couple, Wes?
Yeah, so looks like this was made by Grin Man, which love Grin Man. He's been around forever in these
He's
events.
another one.
Yeah, but yeah, this is a pretty sweet Catwoman, tactical
Like-
Catwoman. Okay,
Yeah, tactical gear. Yeah,
tactical cat. I'm not a DC fan, but obviously I know the characters. This one is fucking great.
Yep.
And it also looks to me. I immediately thought of the Arkham Asylum, you know, like that version of Catwoman.
Mm.
But this is super clean. Love the double joints on the elbows. Sorry, I'm trying to see
Yeah.
it from here. Love the headgear. And
Yeah,
love
me
the
too.
face. Whose head is
Yeah.
that?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Pretty, man.
It
Yeah,
is
he
pretty.
painted it really, really well.
Grim Man delivers.
He does deliver. I
This
agree.
This is no different. He showed up. He did it. Looks really well done.
Remember that year? I think it was the first summer Secret Santa that I helped you, and he was like late because like his fucking like hand stopped working. And
yeah, he had some
remember that?
medical issues, I think. Yeah, but then he
still delivered an amazing
with a
figure.
light up custom. If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Not only that, it was also like one of the most ridiculous characters.
Remember that list? And we were like,
From
"Oh
a
my god, I'm
ridiculous
so
list.
sorry that you have to take
Yeah.
this list." And he's like, "Oh, whatever, I'll do it." I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah, both you and me were like, I will never do anything off that list.
And he was like, "Let's fucking do it." And it's like, "Oh my god,
I
thank
got
you."
it. Yeah, so this is perfect. Like,
Yeah,
this
it's
looks
really
like
nice.
this looks like a
Factory piece.
Yeah, factory release. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, job well done to
good
Grim
job,
Man.
man.
Cool.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be joining us. I think he's still kind of on the fence too.
I was trying to remember. I believe he is on the fence.
He's on the fence. He said
He usually is
he
every
wants-
year, and then he says
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, he said that he wants to, but he's just like, I'm not sure, but we need to
Yeah.
circle back to him. So, and then there's this piece of shit. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
know. What the
I'm
hell?
just kidding. This is awesome, dude. And again, speaking of doing a quick custom, like, man, you bang this out in like
And smart
less than a
decision.
week, I mean, you'd never know that. Like,
Yeah.
fuck,
Very
man.
smart. Very smart use of parts.
Yep.
Is this a boom boom?
It is in Medusa. So
And Medusa's
the
smart.
Walgreens exclusive
Okay.
Medusa.
And
So I strategically, when I kind of lost contact with that one of our new recipients, I knew that had X-Men Legends, and I knew he was in the UK. I was like, son of a bitch, because like not only do we have to get a backup elf, this thing's got to go. It's got to take a journey.
Yeah.
So as of before, I had kind of like got with you guys and kind of made the final decision to move on from that recipient. I went over the list. I'm like, what do I have that I could essentially kit bash where I wouldn't have to do any joint prep? And so I'm like looking through my fodder, and I had the Medusa and the Boom Boom, and I saw the colors, and I was like, cool. So what I can do is basically not do any joint prep, which is the first time I've ever gotten away with that on a figure. If you kind of notice, like the color fades from like a purplish pink into the base pink, that was strategic in the shoulders, and then obviously in the knee joints and everything as well, where the purple's at, because I knew if I didn't have to prep the figure, then it would save a lot of time. So she has a Psylocke head, and then the hair is from the Siren figure, the recent release of the Siren.
Yeah, that paint job on that hair is fucking popping,
Yeah,
man. Looks
that
so
is
good.
that's such an enhancement to that hair sculpt, because honestly,
I agree.
like, that went into it. Like that hair came off. Well, actually, that head went into a bin immediately for Siren. But I was like, I literally was thinking, like, what could I even fucking use from this head or hair? Like, I couldn't imagine it ever working for anything. But then when you did it with this, I was like, holy shit. Okay, all right. Clearly, the hair can work.
Looks good in purple.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tried using one of those chrome pens for the first time, and it looked really cool. And then I touched it, and it looked like shit. So I had to go through and strip off all the paint off all that, because I had it done pretty quick.
With a Molito chrome pen.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes several days to dry.
I think it takes
That's
longer
what- yeah,
because I've
what
had
I've
lots of
heard.
people who say that even over time it just starts to dull because
I bought one for an experiment before they made a Silver Surfer. I bought one for an experiment and started painting it onto a a base body, and it worked pretty well. But it did take I had to leave it sit for a couple weeks for it to dry, and it's just in my fodder bins. But it seems like it's held up. But anyways,
So I stripped it all off and just
need to
painted it with
say-
some metallic silver and got her shipped to the UK. She actually made it there. I think in like
fast.
Yeah,
6 days. I think so.
Yeah, I was surprised at how quick that all came together. So
it would
I've
be
sent
easy
some
to
stuff
say this,
to Tom before too, and it's only taken about a week. So
It's easy to say this is a simple custom, but it really isn't.
I mean, it's only simple in parts. Everything else is,
it's simple.
Good planning, good sculpting.
Parts that you didn't have to paint, but it's not by no means is it really a simple custom.
You
had to do anytime you have to sculpt anything, really, you're already getting out of the realm of simple.
Yeah, I agree.
But like you hit this on the nose. Like it's perfect. I don't know how you actually say her name, Ravanchi.
Isn't it Revenge? I thought it was Revenge, but
I never would have thought that. So
Maybe
I'm wrong. I don't
know. Maybe it is
Revanchi.
In my mind,
it's that French at the end. Revanchi.
Yeah, in my 12-year-old mind, it was Revanchi, but I have no idea.
Where's Neil? Neil, you know everything. What's going on? What is this?
We need a phonetic spelling on the screen here.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yes, thank you guys.
Really,
I loved working with the pink and purple. So.
Yeah, so good, and it turned out great. I don't love working with pink personally, but I do love working with purple. But pink can go fuck itself. All right,
Revanche.
Okay.
According to the phonetic spelling on Google, Revanche.
All right. Okay. Well, there you have it. But great job, Draven. You killed it. And this went to X-Men Legends. So, and I know he was stoked on it because he made her custom packaging. So. Crazy guy.
Thanks, guys.
This one was made by Geek Out Now, which is Drake. Again, we mentioned him earlier as someone who's been part of these events for fucking ever, and was received by Metaluna.
I like those effects.
Me too. Yeah. Pretty fucking cool.
I told Drake I thought this was his best that I've ever seen him do.
Yeah, I like those boots. I don't know where he got those, but I like them.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're like textured or something, but I dig it. Huh. Maybe like a G.I. Joe or something. I don't really know, but
no, I don't know.
No,
because they're textured all the way around, aren't they?
It looks like it. I mean, I can't see from the back, but it does.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely not G.I. Joe, but I don't know what those are.
I thought maybe it was like a Cobra or something. I don't know.
Actually, you know what? I could be wrong. Maybe they are from Baroness. Maybe it's from like the movie version of Baroness, and I just
maybe. But the effects pieces are really great. They're done really well.
Those, my eye immediately goes to those.
Yeah, me too. I like them.
Those are cool.
Job well done as usual. And again, Drake's another one who always reaches out when we are looking for helpers or like stand-ins. He's another one who's always like, "Yep, if you need help, I'll help you."
Honestly,
and they're always very encouraging of everybody else in the event, commenting on posts and everything.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Very privileged to have him around.
I couldn't agree more. We're very lucky that he continues and is so eager to continue. Even when he signed up this year, I was like, I love that you're just right in there, man. And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I love it. I love these. So it's nice to have somebody who's so, again, enthusiastic about the whole process, right? So
yeah.
Awesome work.
He sent that Sentinel base too. I didn't realize
that. Yeah. That was part of the gift. Yeah.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Shit.
Yeah. I know, right? Love it. Again, it's those extras.
That's interesting.
I think maybe it looks like it's 3D printed, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. But it looks like he fully painted it. I get that.
Yeah. But interesting. Yeah. That's cool.
I fucking love this too, man.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Kane. Hey, that's the siren hair again.
Oh shit, it is the siren. Oh, is it?
I think it is. Looks like it's tilted.
Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah, I think you're right. I didn't even notice that till now.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
You get
here's
siren
another
hair.
guy.
You get siren hair.
I'm getting
You get
ideas.
siren hair.
Man, this is another one where it's like Marca Diablo Toys has participated in these for as long as I can remember. And again, just always puts out solid work. Love the alternate head with all the fucked up scarred face. Like, that's super cool.
Yeah.
And then just everything, man. Like, I like the spikes, I like the veins, I like the colors on the purple cape. Looks really, really good.
Yeah, I think this
piece
is right
amazing.
up his alley too. Like,
yes, it is.
This screams him.
Yeah, absolutely plays to his strengths, right?
Yeah.
You know what's I think is crazy about Charlie is like how much he improves every time. I mean, he's always been good, but it just seems like he just gets better and better and better.
Tightens up.
In my mind, I feel like he's only been doing it for 5 years, which is still a long time. But in my mind, I feel like he's only been doing it for a few years now. But I do remember when he joined, and it's kind of hard to forget because he inevitably always has some sort of issue with shipping to or from.
Yes, it's always the problem.
Yeah, but
which just so happens that his figure going to him is the last one to be revealed and hasn't yet.
And it was shipped immediately. Like Seth was done with his right away.
Yep.
So, and that's honestly not the first time that's happened. No. So he's often been the last one to receive, and unfortunately, there's no way to get around it. It just it goes into a black hole of customs mail issues. But
this is the second event in a row where New Collector's Custom is the last to be revealed, because last year it went to effing Webslinger.
Oh,
and it took forever to get there. So it's crazy. But yeah, this is amazing. So Dave Wheeler received it, and it was made by Marco Diablo Toys. So great job, fucking top shelf as per usual. So as we've come to expect from him. Next one is Redshift. I don't know this character, but it's one of the Heralds of Galactus apparently, and it was made
I thought
by
it was
Rob, not Krob.
I initially thought this was a depowered Beta Ray Bill.
Oh, I can see that. I guess it's that face, right?
Before he became Beta Ray Bill, but apparently Redshift is actually a character.
Okay, well there you go.
And my other thought is that he kind of looks like, you ever seen Christmas Story?
Yes.
He looks like the elf,
we got a lot of people here, so get going.
Yes, you got it. His headgear looks kind of like that.
Totally.
That's awesome.
This is another one that had some sick ass packaging. So Chris put this together. Some really great packaging. He's got the Galactus box and the logo. Legendary Secret Santa swap. Swap. Very cool.
Yeah, Chris did all this with a newborn too, so.
Yeah, that's crazy. I have need of a new Herald, and then you open it up, and there it is, which is really great.
Very good.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. So good job, C-Rob. We're happy you're joining us yet again, and I'm glad that you enjoy the event so much. So
those effects are cool too. I don't even think we mentioned that. Those effects.
No, they're not. Yeah, we didn't mention it, but yeah, they look great. I think they're hot glue as well. So
it looks like they just slide over those swords.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like it.
That's neat.
Yeah, man. Job well done.
Good job.
Well done. This is what I was talking about earlier. So Super Yeti and Lumpararu Baku ended up doing a second swap after the fact. So Super Yeti did a second figure for Aiden, and then this time Aiden did a figure for Brett. Is that right? I think that's right. I can't remember who made. So basically, one of them got the other one's list, and then once they started talking, they obviously decided to take another crack at each other's lists and do figures for one another. So this was kind of a bonus extra thing that wasn't really part of the event, but I felt compelled to post it because this kind of shit is exactly what I'm talking about. It's the stuff that I love to see about these events. It, builds like relationships and friendships and that kind of stuff. And so this is a Ikari. I don't know the character, but it's a Daredevil villain, I think, right?
Also, don't really it's a Daredevil character. I didn't read that period of Daredevil, but Ikari, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I'd agree with that. If Makari is the one from Eternals, then Ikari is. Dude.
But yeah, great to see. And then in return, Lumpawaru Baka made for Super Yeti this Aang from Last Airbender. It's like a concept version of Aang. So I don't know that property, but again, just cool to see something different, kind of outside of the box. Comes with a bunch of different accessories and effects pieces.
Yeah, and actually, Super Yeti is one of the ones that just joined up officially again.
Oh, he did? He was telling me he didn't think he was going to have time.
Yeah, I messaged him again earlier today or yesterday. I can't remember, but I messaged him again, and he did respond that he's going to do it.
That's how we do, baby. We annoy the fuck out of people until they say yes. Don't say no, because you'll regret it. We'll never get out of your DMs. But yeah, great job, guys. These turned out great, and I love that. I love that camaraderie of saying, you know what, I love this, thank you, and then they're like, let's make figures for each other, and I was
very
like,
cool. Yeah,
I fucking love that. So Secret Santa signups are live still till July 31st, and guys, make sure you get your lists in. I'm noticing as we're on this stream that there's been lists popping into the chat, into our DM, so get your lists in by, I think it's Tuesday next week or Monday, I think, whatever day is the 31st. I think it's a Monday.
I think it's Monday.
Yeah. Hey, I love this piece, dude. This is a sick piece.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is so
too
cool.
Too sexy.
How do you say that name? Kushala?
I've been saying Kushala. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the character. Didn't know the character. I made this for people who are watching. But yeah, I wasn't familiar. Spirit Rider, I guess, is her superhero name. Spirit Rider. And she is from a comic called, I think, Spirits of Vengeance, if I remember correctly. And it's just like I don't know, some crazy comic with like multiple versions of different mystic characters and like future versions and past versions and stuff. But anyways, yeah, I saw. So this is a great example of a character that screamed to me, "Make me." And in my mind, I know exactly how I'm going to approach this. I envisioned it right away. I was like, all right, this is going to be an America Chavez body, and it's going to use a Jean Grey, AOA Jean Grey arms, and the
boots are white. Are the boots White Rabbit?
No, I sculpted the boots actually.
Oh damn, those look great. I thought those were White Rabbit.
Yeah, no, I almost went White Rabbit, but they weren't really quite the right fit. So yeah, I sculpted honestly the boots. The boots in their entirety is sculpted, other than the little bands that are hanging off the sides.
Nice, those look great.
Thank you. Anyways, yeah, and I dyed everything that's black on this. I dyed.
Okay.
Look how bold it is, though. Like, by you doing that, it makes everything else just pop. This
it really did.
Yeah,
I really
freaking good.
Yeah, I really liked using the dye this time. Like, I don't do dye very often, but that was kind of a revisit to that, and I really enjoyed that. And then also I used Procreate this time in a very different way. So this is a combination of Procreate and Abe's epoxy sculpt. But the Procreate specifically was used on the tassels. So on the jacket, you may or may not notice them, but I sculpted the tassels that are on the pockets.
Yeah, those look
there's
great.
also on the other shoulder, and also, well, actually that fur that's on the top too is sculpted, and that's
yeah.
And then the other, that shoulder, those tassels.
Oh yeah, cool. I didn't even notice those.
Because I needed it to have some give, but then the pieces that are Procreate that I would not have originally thought to do are those little pieces in between the circular parts of the belt.
Yep.
That is Procreate that I flattened and cut.
Nice.
New approach.
That's a good idea.
And then same thing with this, not the entire headpiece, the headband, but the piece that's hanging off the side.
Off the side. Yeah.
That is also Procreate that I flattened and rolled out and cut.
Okay.
And then I also sculpted this little fucking emblem that's right on the middle of the neck.
That looks detailed as hell.
That's so cool.
Anyways, so
Yeah, it looks great.
so yeah, so there's some different approaches on this one for me that I just, it eventually came together. It just took a while to get there. In my brain, somehow I thought this was going to be easy. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
There's a lot of pieces on here that scream.
There's a lot going. There's a lot going on. The only part that I did not paint in the end is that gray of the torso, the
Right.
under and the abs and the lower part of the torso is the America Chavez paint app. But
that's a cool picture of her with all of his other gifts he's gotten for Secret Santas.
It is.
Cool.
Yeah,
really
and
cool.
they're at least the three. Well, I'm not that one character is a Star Wars character, I think, right?
Yeah, that's
Shakti.
Yeah, Shakti.
Shakti.
That's right.
Shakti.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Kushala and that Ghost Rider and then the Panther in the back all kind of fit well together too.
Totally. Yeah, really cool. And then that LED in the head too is great, man.
Oh yeah, that was frustrating. It took a while to get there, but that did work out.
That's funny.
It's like those LEDs are just big enough that they don't work in heads. So I have to find a way to make the room for it and then hide it. So it's the second time I've done these LEDs, and
I loved it. The first application, that one you did for Strand, that Zorn figure.
Oh yeah, the explodey head.
The exploding head.
That so one cool. Worked because it was an explodey head. So he's
exactly.
Expanded. This one was hard. That skull is the Age of Apocalypse. The Age of Apocalypse skull accessory. And
I saw that on your WIP pictures from today. I was like, oh, I didn't think I realized that.
Yeah, I just felt like it was maybe a better fit for a feminine Ghost Rider.
And a little smaller, right? Because the Ghost Rider has bigger than that. So.
Yeah, the other skulls that were available to me did not look quite right. So
yeah.
Anyways.
Nice. Well, job well done, man. She looks really, really good. So I can't believe you sculpted those boots. I didn't realize that you did. I for sure thought they were White Rabbit. I guess I didn't look close enough. But
yeah, way more sculpt in this than I realized I was going to do. Those boots though, I did I also like I liked my approach with those too because the little inlays on them that like after I sculpted it, I had my daughter help me rotate the figure while I'd use the X-Acto blade around it. No, not exactly. No. Use fishing line.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I used fishing line to loop it as she turned the figure.
That's a great idea.
So those are where those little like indentations come from.
Cool. Love it.
But yeah, I learned a lot of lessons with this one that I'm going to use in the future. Oh, that axe is Procreate also. I just cut that down.
Oh, okay. Nice. That's dope. I think that was the last. Oh, no, this is the last reveal for now.
I received those. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you take the lead on this one. You know these better than we do.
Yeah. Avengers Arena, one of my favorite, my absolute favorite comics and favorite customs to receive for Secret Santa.
You seem to get a lot of them, as you can see in this picture.
Got a few. There's one factory figure in that. And she looks the worst out of all of them. These came out great. I love Kid Britain. Kid Britain in particular, his paint apps are just like
perfect. They're clean as hell.
Very clean, very spot on, very perfect. And I love the sculpt work on Apex, the female. The armbands and the lower legs that came out really well also. And then I don't want to forget to mention the sword, the flaming sword.
Yeah, that sword's really cool.
Yeah, that came out really well as well.
Hans knows how to do that glue, man. He knows that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's got to be hot glue. This was made by One Oak, in case that wasn't mentioned. But a twofer. I don't think I've ever had. I think this is the first time I've ever received a twofer.
You know the thing I love about twofers is they always are like paid forward. So that means next year you have to make two. I'm just kidding, but like that's why he made two, because I think last year he got two. He got Grin Man made two. He made Lady Electro and Lady Scorpion, and then he made two because the year before someone else made two. Well, and then last year when Artman got the two from New Collector, he made those two Genosha mutants. So it's like I love that. Like I love that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm making two, but we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. See what the list.
Yeah, these are great. They look great in my collection, and I really appreciate the work that One Oak did. These really came out perfect.
Yeah, they look really, really good, and they look all great together as a group. So
yeah, lots of great work right there.
I still love that hazmat. That was Charles, like Chop Shop, right?
Hazmat was Super Tom.
Super Tom, that's right.
Hazmat
One of
was
those guys that we lost over the years.
Yeah, and then Face Customs, I think, in the back there. Yep. And then you over here on the left with Death Locket. And then the first one I received, I believe, actually, is the Cammy it's Scarlett Johansson head. But that is from Spawn Sauce, Greg Sarabia.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. And then shitty Nico over there.
Yeah, poor Nico.
Just doesn't look like her.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's yeah, I love it. Loved it.
Fuck yeah.
Now we just got to see Marca Diablo's gift that he receives eventually.
Yes, for sure. I've seen it because me and Seth are friends, and yeah. So I know that I've seen it, but yeah, I'm excited for everybody else to see it. I know he's eager for it to get there too. He's definitely worried at this point, but like I said to him last year, I'm like, it just showed up last year, so it happens, right? It does happen.
Yeah. My Jane Foster Valkyrie took 7 weeks to get to Charlie.
Oh, Jesus.
And, I Google mapped his address. It's a day's drive from my house, 24 hours. And it took 7 weeks. And it said in Mexico's customs for 5 weeks.
Well, it's funny because I Googled his house as well when I sent my, because I made a custom for him once too. And I did the same thing. Like, when's this fucking thing going to show up? But I don't know why Googling his house made me think that I was going to suddenly have an answer to that. I don't know.
I did the same damn thing. So I mean, great minds, they say, right?
Sleuth and figure out where this package is. It's not at his house, so I'll Google his house.
Imagine you go across the border. What's the reason for your trip? Oh, I'm just dropping this off because it's way faster than relying on your shitty postal service.
Yeah, right.
Right. Any drugs in there? Nope, just action figures.
Just toys. That's awesome. All right, well, listen, guys, I want to wrap this up because I know Wes has to get up early in the morning, but just wanted to thank you guys both for taking the time to do this. I think it's really important that we can acknowledge all the awesome work that everyone puts into these things, and hopefully it opens some people's eyes, some new people that might be interested in joining in on the fun. I know Nick's saying watching all these makes me want to get good enough to join. I told him, I was like, by this time next year you'll be there, so hopefully he'll be joining us next year.
Yeah, it's surprising how well you can advance in a year's time as a customer.
Totally, especially if you're putting your effort into it, right, and really focusing on trying to get better. So
and trying new things, and and I think even with us, like, I've been doing it for so long, and at the same time still trying new things with this last custom, and honestly every custom, it seems like I'm trying new things. So you never stop learning in this very, very strange hobby that we have.
Well said. Very well said. Okay, do you guys want to say anything quickly before we wrap this up?
Thanks again, man, for all your help with this event. So,
of course, happy. We're one big happy family, one team.
Yeah.
So if you guys aren't already, follow these guys. I know Wes isn't really posting a ton on his page these days, but when he does, it's always great to see. At Ethan Suplee Customs and Draven at Draven Art Ltd. Thank you guys. It's always nice to catch up with you guys in this format as well. So get away from typing and just get to actually have some FaceTime with you guys. So
you too, man. Thanks for having us on. And for anybody that's not joined the event before and is currently watching or is watching afterward, just, you got until the 31st.
Yeah. Come hang out. Come join us.
One of the coolest things that you could possibly do. So
it is. It's so fun.
It is. It really is.
It's really good. It's a good group of people too, so that helps as well.
And not to downplay Summer Swap at all, but Secret Santa is nice because you get into that holiday mode as things get closer and closer, and then all the feels come out, and you really want to just show up and provide something nice for people during the holidays. And there's some people that I think of, I'm not going to name them, but there's a particular customizer from overseas who would receive his customs and would wait until actually Christmas Day to open,
Yes,
because he gets so few actual gifts as an adult that he was like, I want to have something to open on Christmas Day. And so for all the reasons, it is helpful and fun and a nice thing to do for each other.
Yeah, I agree. That's awesome. So you have till July 31st.
I inadvertently got David Wheeler's his on Christmas.
That's right. I remember that.
It was a Christmas.
We were watching it in the
showed
post.
up. Yeah, showed up.
Because I was tracking it too, right? Because when I organize, like I try, because I have a tracking app, so I track everything, right? And I try to tell people as I know it's coming up or it's out for delivery. I try to warn people, And like I remember saying to Dave, like, "Holy fuck, man, that moved so fast!" Like, yeah.
It was meant to be. I remember sitting there. I refreshed the tracking every single day on Christmas Eve. It finally said it was delivered. I was like, holy shit, it made it by Christmas.
That's Christmas present too.
That's a great Christmas present. Hell yeah. So, all right, guys. Thank you both very much. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Again, if you haven't, please hit that like button and stay tuned. I'm not doing any more WIP Wednesdays for a bit. I'm not sure that when I come back, I'm going to be doing WIP Wednesday. I might be doing something different. I'm still trying to figure that all out. But thank you guys all for all the love that you've given me on this channel so far, and we'll be back in a sweet new studio with some cool shit to show off, so hang around. But thank you guys, thank you both, have a great night everyone, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thanks guys.
Yeah, have a good night guys.